Let's see if anybody wants to come hang out for a bit. My forehead shiny. All right. I think I'm good. Yeah. All right. I got some cords. I'll just leave all that. And so far, it's just me. I'm by my lonesome. So, oh no, 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 no. Slide, slide, slide. Oh, stop it, stop it. Okay. I think that's good. Delta Dan, hey Delta Dan. Thank you for coming in. I feel like it's been forever. Hey Ed the Bank, thank you for coming in. Can you guys hear me? I have new earbuds in. I don't know if they work. Can't remember last time. I think the last time I streamed, I was still sick, and I started had to start coughing and had to like run away. Yay, you can hear me. Thank you for letting me know. So excited. I have some notes about the soaps, but I just kind of want to talk and hang out. And we'll see where the conversation goes. I guess we got to start the conversation first. Should I have a plan? Well, I know Delta Dan can't wait to hear about the soaps. Oh, thank you, Delta Dan. I'm so proud of her. It's so crazy. I still trying to like process. Like this month is crazy for me. My son, his birthday was earlier this month. He turned 21, and my daughter, she turns 18 next week and is about to graduate. And it's just like, what is happening? I don't understand the math. I don't know how I can have adult kids. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. But thank you. I'm so proud of her. Like every day, it's something different. It's another accomplishment. She keep me so busy. That's the one thing about having accomplished kids that you got to go all the places. But it's like not a problem. Ed the Bank said, "What do you think about Keith D. Robinson, Ted? Is that? I'm sorry, I don't know the names. Is Keith the new Ted or the old Ted? Because I have opinions about both. The old Ted, I didn't hate him. The new Ted, okay, good. So far I like him. We haven't seen him do much yet, but you know how when they do a recast, they tend to reshape the character. Might not change the character overall, but kind of reshape him just a little bit. And I can already see them doing that with new Ted. Ted was very arrogant, even though like he got found out, called out, and everybody was reading him for filth. He was still very high and mighty with it. This Ted is a lot more vulnerable, a lot more humble, and a lot less arrogant. And I like that because I think at this moment in time, he should be humble and not so arrogant. Um, I was shocked when he went and invited Leslie to the birthday party. I was like, that's nice, but I wouldn't invite her to no more parties. Like, we see what she do at parties. What do you think about him? You said he was also in Half and Half as Dee Dee boyfriend Dreamgirls. Okay, I meant to look up his IMDb because his voice sounded so familiar, and I thought I recognized him from Moesha. But then I looked up the cast of Moesha, and he wasn't there. So I was like, "What do I know this man from?" But I was about to look up his actual IMDb, and I don't even know what happened. But I didn't end up doing it. So, I can't picture him in. I can't picture him in Half and Half. I can't picture him in Dreamgirls, but I have a hard time picturing either of those. But he was never in Moesha. Who does he sound like then? I don't know. I gotta watch clips. So that's what I thought. But yeah, I was wrong. But maybe it's just from seeing like I did have UPN or WB or whatever it was back in the day. So maybe I did see him on Half and Half. And I've seen Dreamgirls. It's just been a minute. But I do. I like him. What do you think so far? Delta Dan said, I'm already lost. Did you friends and neighbors? No, I haven't yet. Mobland. Ooh, I don't know what Mobland is. I saw friends and neighbors because, well, like half of the first episode because I think I was watching the studio on Apple TV and it played afterward. And it started off with a bang. I don't know why I never went back to it. Probably because I ain't had time. I just finished catching up on the soap operas today, so I could talk about them. But I would go back to Friends and Neighbors. I like a good like thriller, like with twists and turns, and it seems like it's going to be that kind of thing. Mobland. Oh, it's two separate things. 2025 TV series. All right, no, I don't want to know about the movie. I want to know about the show. Two mob families clash in a war that threatens to topple empires. Wait, is that on Apple TV too? No, it says Paramount Plus. But I think I've still seen it. I have seen that because Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, I've seen that advertised on Paramount Plus because that's where I watched the soap opera we talk about Beyond the Gate. So I've seen that, and it does look like something I will watch, but I haven't yet. But now that you have endorsed it, next time I see the ads, I will. Um, let's see. Rival Star Edit says your curls look so good. Thank you. That's very nice of you. I appreciate you. Anthony Banks said, I like him and I wasn't worried about his acting because I've seen him on a few things before this year. So you weren't a fan of Old Ted either, Ed? I wasn't. I like I said, I didn't hate him, but when I was just very clear to me that the Old Ted was a child of the theater, that he was used to being on the stage and he acted that way. And it's a bit much for me. Delta Dan said Mobland is exactly what it sounds like. Irish mob with Ed Hardy and Pierce Brosnan. Is Ed? No, no, I don't know. I think I know who Ed Hardy is, but I think I get him mixed up with someone else. I'm gonna Google him right here. I got my tablet right here, so I don't embarrass myself again. Wait, why is it showing me clothes? So I got clothing man. Yeah, he is the same person from Venom. Okay, I knew it. I knew I was right the whole time. I thought I recognized him when I saw the ads on Paramount Plus. I thought he was the dude from Venom. But I barely watched the Venom movies. I watched some of them to keep in tie with like the storyline, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the the best movies. I was surprised when they did more than one. Oh, Ed, you like the old Ted? Well, you gotta pick. Ed, you gotta pick new Ted or old Ted. If you had to pick one so far with what we've seen, who would you pick? Delta Dan said it's dope if you're into mob shows. Ed Hardy is amazing. Yeah. I think it's very nice to look at. He looks so strong. And the clips that when I see clips of Venom on YouTube, they make me chuckle from the movie. But watching the whole movie was work. I really think I blocked most of it out from trauma. Ed says I agree that he comes off as a stage actor, right? Like I would love to see him in a play, like in a theater. I would love to see that from him. But he didn't really mesh on the soap opera world. Ed picks new Ted. So far, I agree. I I'm interested to see more of his. I want to see him with Nicole. I want to see that chemistry because even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Old Ted, I believed that him and Nicole was madly in love. They played that up really well. I believed them. So I want to see. I guess they brought him in at the right time to where, like, even if they don't have chemistry, it'll be explainable because they're, apart. Delta Dan said Ed Hardy is probably the only reason anyone watched the Venom movies, right? Yeah. They did good casting. And said, "What did you think about Leslie and Cat scenes?" Um, let me think, because I just had like all the week's episodes crammed in today. What happened between Leslie and Cat? Cat was recording her to try to get her to confess, and she acted like she had a confession. That's it might be problem caused, but it's what's the word? It starts with a C. Circumstantial evidence. I think that's her mama. I have wanted this for, and I see other people jumping on the bandwagon now, but for quite a long time, I have wanted the story to be that Leslie took Eva from switched the baby so that Leslie's baby is Cat and um Kat's parents are Leslie and Ted, and Eva's parents are Nicole and Ted, and so she switched them because I really like Leslie. She's horrible. She is a horrible person, but she's a good villain, and I want to keep her around. And the only way I could think of a way to keep her around is if she's Kat's biological mother, and she still needs to go to jail. She needs to go to jail for what she did to Laura, but only like she can get some years, but only for like a month or two, and then we need Kat to get sick and need some type of transplant, and then Leslie will be like, "Y'all want me to get out, let her out of jail, donate to her? Then I need immunity. I need to get out of jail, and then we get to keep Leslie around as a town pariah, but still like also having saved Kat, her daughter's life, her daughter." It was funny the way she was talking to Kat, like she also talked to Eva. That's her mama. I need that to be true. Mm. The other man said hi. Hi. You know, we get lost in the soap opera world. I'm sorry. Did you? I can't remember though. Thing. Were you watching the studio? I feel like you watched part of the studio, but I don't know if you ever went back to it and watched more. I'm caught up with that, but it's the kind of show you don't have to like sit and watch to have your full attention. So I listened to that at work, so I didn't watch it, but I heard it. It's silly and funny, but I enjoy Seth Rogen. You're caught up now, yeah. Um, I think it's the next episode, the last episode. I feel like the next episode might be the finale. They have to see if they can save the what was it? It was I don't remember the name of it, but like the big festival thing. If they can save it because everybody's high because he didn't label his drugs. What did he say? Classic Hollywood party, and people are supposed to know that means shrooms. Book skirts and purrs. Hey, thank you for coming in. So hi, I hope all is well with you and your fam. Congratulations on your daughter's accomplishments. Thank you. Doing well. I am not sick right now, even though I work with little kids, so it can go back any minute. But I'm healthy right now. Everybody's healthy. My son is happy and adulting, and my daughter is just basking in her success. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm pretty proud of her too. I told her that's my retirement plan. I don't need a 401k. I just need her to thrive. I told her, I don't want to be putting her home. Just give me a she shed in the backyard, a tiny home. I am excited to see what the future holds. Delta Dan said it's funny. I have no idea how many episodes. Right? It is funny. It's I know. I think it was in Spoiler Kings. I think it was Brian. I think Brian said it was like too stupid. He didn't find it funny, and I get it. I get that. Like it's not like you don't have to be intelligent to enjoy it, but that's part of why I like it. I like pretty much anything with Seth Rogen in it. I love to hear his laugh. If I had drunk more of my wine, I would do my Seth Rogen laugh impression, but I'm not there yet. Delta Dan is laughing and saying hi to Purrs. Ed says, "Do you think June could be related to somebody because she was holding a picture she couldn't explain why she liked it?" Yeah. Um. Yeah, because they said oh, what did Nicole say? Not Nicole. I always do that. Naomi said those kids, and so I was trying to think of like who kids, what kids, and the only kids like plural I could think about maybe Samantha and Tyrell. I don't feel really good about that theory, but the only other one I have is not plural kids, it's singular kid. And I thought about Haley. Because this is actually because of my daughter. My daughter pointed out that June, if you Google her and see what she really looked like when she's not dressed up like a homeless person, she's actually very beautiful. And she does kind of favor Haley a little bit. So I thought maybe she could be Haley's biological mom. But she said kids, and as far as we know, Haley don't have any siblings, but we don't know. So there, she definitely connected to somebody. You know, it's a soap. What do you have any theories? Bookstores and purses. How to Delta Dan. You guys know each other from Spoiler Kings. They are awesome too. I miss them too. I barely get to go because they stream well about this time. They're like 10:30, and so like I know one night I came in their stream and I was about to say hey to everybody, and then I was like, well, let me drink this water first. Next thing I know, I was waking up in the morning. But I was in their stream. I fell asleep before I could even say something. Um, right. Lack of us is here. Hey, hey, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming in. It said it looks like Carly and Nina get into a fight on Monday's episode. About time, right? I done dropped my pen. Hold on. But right, um, and it's crazy that this is what they fighting over. Carly should have whooped her ass. What 2 years ago when the Nixon fall shit happened? Yes, we can't just blame the woman. We got to blame Sonny for his part in too. But I wanted a fight. We are owed a fight with all that shit. And as long as Nina came and lied to everybody's faces when Sonny was in Nixon Falls, she needs to get beat up. But yeah, I watched. Who was it? I was listening to Belinda on Soap Dirt. I was listening to the spoilers, and she said that it looks like Nina slaps Carly. I'm like, I don't. I want Carly to slap Nina, but Carly being stupid with this whole fighting for custody thing. She's doing way too much. Um, I know what Nina better be glad Carly don't know about Nina and Drew, because Carly would tell that shit. As soon as she heard it, she wouldn't even take a breath. She would yell it from the mountaintops. I really wish Nina would just tell herself. But you know what? At this point, Willow is so in deep with Drew. I think that if Nina did confess, like I think she would. I think Willow would still stay with Drew. She would think that Nina was just jealous. Which, like, how you gonna be with somebody that was with your mama? Like, I have a lot of things in common with my mom, but that is not one that I desire. That's nasty. But I know it's been done before, so as soon as I was saying it, I was thinking about Tad the Cat. If you got anybody who's been watching a long time, old school fan, watching All My Children. The guy, the actor who plays Martin on General Hospital, he played Tad on All My Children, and he was with mother and daughter, Mary and Kobe and Liza. All right, that's a tangent. Let's see, where are we? Ed said, "I did like you and your daughter recap together last week. Thank you. I'm so lucky that she like not just like will do something like that with me, but she likes it too. It makes my day. Like I know you can't be friends with your kids and all of that, but like I'm just happy for any like time like my kids like want to spend time with me. It's very fulfilling. So thank you. I enjoyed it too. I'm like anytime she want to do it, I'm like just sit right in this chair right beside me, girl. We I don't know if you watched the show called Severance, aired on Apple TV, but if you watch Severance, when Severance come back for the next season, season three, I don't know if we'll be beside each other because she'll be in college, but we might be on two separate screens, but we will be reviewing Severance. I already know. She ain't even told me, but I know because we both love that show. And that was actually, I think the first video she and I ever did together was a Severance review. Looks good in first says she should. Sounds good to me. She shared. I thought she said, wait, what? Sounds good to me. Right? Yeah. I love that little tiny home. I did a little garden area, a place for my rocking chair, my recliner, a massage chair. Yeah, a massaging recliner, I think would be nice. Yeah, that's all I need. Some good Wi-Fi, and send my grandbabies over to play with me every once in a while. And it's like a lawn for a peaceful existence. I need the Wi-Fi so I can still stream. I'm gonna be a streaming granny. I think I can see it. As long as the soap's still on, I'm gonna still be talking about them. Uh, Delta Dan said, if you don't like Seth Rogen, you ain't gonna like it. Yeah, exactly, exactly. It is Seth Rogen to a T. He's so Seth Rogen. Ooh, Delta Dan, do you have a favorite Seth Rogen movie? Ooh, mm, mm. I'm going back and forth between um Knocked Up and This Is 40. I was gonna say This Is the End, but I don't think Seth is in This Is the End. Is he in This Is the End? I feel like he might have had something to do with it, but he might not be in that. Trying to picture the cast of this again. I don't know, but I like that one too. Yeah, I put it in the same category. I don't know if it's Judd Apatow or not, but like I put those. I put them in a genre by myself. I don't know if they are. If one of my daughters, Delta Dan said, if one of my daughters gives me a he shed, I'm down. I'll mow the lawn and trim the bushes. Right? That's where it's at. The same. Yes, we're right on the same page. Ed says maybe Haley to give her some outside story of Bill. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I do want. Well, I can't say I want more of Haley because I'm scared that'll lead to other stuff. But I do want Haley to have a story outside of Bill and like hating the Duprees. Like literally today when I was watching, I was like, when she came in the office, this was I guess Friday's episode. She was wearing like that blue outfit. I was like, I know what they about to do because that's all they do. All they do is have sex or talk about the Duprees. And like, I'm a grown up. I'm a grown up. I'm fine. Do whatever. Love in the afternoon. But like, damn, like, do something else. Like, she's supposed to work there. She a paralegal. I ain't never seen her do nothing. I never seen her do anything with a brief. I'm trying to make an underwear joke, but I lost it. Like, like legal briefs and underwear briefs. I don't know. I feel like Haley probably worked on. If I had my daughter here, I would have embarrassed her. Uh, Ed says, oh, you already read that. Lacobus says, what did you think about Martin inviting Eva to meet his family? You like him a little bit more? Yeah, I actually did. I was, because I binged it all today. I did take some notes, but as long as we can keep talking, I don't need to, like, look at them. But I was telling my daughter, I was like, imagine if we end up liking Martin. And she was like, I'm saying. I was like, I'm really feeling this. And then it just made me reflect on like the writing and the vision that I feel like the writers have for the show, and just understanding that every character needs to have like an arc and like a path, and that where they start out, there's nothing wrong with consistency, but it's also good to like let people grow. And we, in another month or two, we may be, when all the shit, whatever Martin's secret comes out, he may actually be the victim, and that was the plan the whole time, and we didn't know. I love it. Yeah, I do actually. I felt bad. I liked Martin in the scenes with Eva and what he's been doing with her, and I also like the scenes with Ted. This was old Ted and Martin in the hotel room. Like when Martin he had his fist clenched and he was having like a little bit of a temper tantrum, but he was also like standing there looking like a little boy disappointed in his daddy. And I like it when you can see all of that just by like stance and posture. So yeah, I can't say I'm a Martin fan because we'll see where it goes. But I am definitely enjoying what they're doing with his character now. I was pleasantly surprised. Like I'm glad you mentioned it because, like I said, my daughter and I had a whole conversation about it. It was like, what? Ed says Ava wasted her breath on Portia to tell Curtis. And how do you think Curtis and Drew confrontation is gonna go? Oh my gosh. I was so glad that we had another scene of Ava telling Portia to tell the truth, because what I don't want to happen is when everything does come out, for Portia to look like, yes, she got advice from Ava, but I don't want it to look like Ava gave her bad advice. Ava been telling Portia to tell the truth from the beginning, and if you know it's Ava Jerome telling you to tell the truth, you should fucking listen. Like that woman not going around telling the truth. If she telling you, like, listen. Drew and Curtis. I think. Uh, I watched that yesterday. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if it was the preview or in the episode, but that Curtis did like confront or is going to confront Drew, saying he's blackmailing. He already knows it. I saw the conversation with him and Nina. Nina playing dumb. Like, well, why would he do? Why would Drew blackmail Portia? She wouldn't let that happen. I'm like, girl, you crazy. Um, I think Drew's gonna tell the truth. I think Drew's gonna be like, "Ooh, sorry, let me set this right here." I think Drew is gonna be like, yeah, I'm blackmailing her, and I don't know if he's gonna tell what he has on her, but he might as well. I feel like Drew is gonna do. He's gonna. He's gonna blackmail Curtis now. That's what I'll get there. Sorry, my brain glitched for a second. I think he's gonna, because it telling Curtis doesn't take away Drew's power. It only gives him more power because Curtis is gonna want to protect Portia. And I feel like Portia should have told, like Ava said, should have told Curtis to start with, and he would still be. He would have Curtis would have bent to Drew's will to protect Portia. The problem is now he's gonna be like an accessory. Well, he would have been an accessory anyway. But I don't know. It's hard for me to enjoy scenes with Drew or Curtis or with them together. But I'm gonna try to bear it. Um, but I don't think like it's gonna put any more power in Curtis's hands. I think it's gonna give Drew more power. I don't know how long before we have to like see Drew fall a little bit or suffer a little bit, but like nothing's sticking to him right now. Not that anybody has had a good plan. The person who got or at least had the most ammo against Drew was Nina, but she's kept it secret too long. Um, I don't know. I was hoping they would do something with his medical records, like, and now that they're saying that the medical records was just so that she could give him the exact dose of ketamine, which I'm mad at Portia for drugging somebody. Like that's what happened to her daughter. Like that, and not just that she's a doctor, but like even though she is under Drew's thumb and being blackmailed, I needed at least a scene of her being like, "Am I really going to do this to Drew? This is what Esme did to Trina." But they don't care enough about their character to give her any conscience. I went off on a whole tangent. Oh, answer your question. Um, Bookstores and purses, all that'll be so sweet. The one thing we can't get back is time. Yes. So we gotta soak up the time we can get with our kids when we can. Yes, yes. And oh my gosh, I will cry. Like it seemed like it's gone by so fast. And like you don't realize it when you're in it. It's just like from one day to the next. And I remember I can still remember my kids wearing diapers and me being like, I'm so tired of changing shitty diapers. I can't wait to their potty train. I can't wait to this. And my older friends with older kids would be like, don't rush it. Don't rush it. And I'm like, I can't wait till they in charge of their own when they're adults. So I don't have to do everything. Not that I mind doing everything. I'm a nurturer. I like to do things, but still being a single mom is stressful and overwhelming at point. And now I just like I miss those days. I'm like when you could come home and they tell me all about their day. Well, they still tell me about the day, but like I'm mom now. I miss being mommy. Yeah, I'm taking any time I can get while I can get it. Delta Dan said 40-year-old virgin. It's good. Kelly Clarkson. Uh, love you too. Don't forget to turn on the machine. Sleep well. I'll try not to be too loud. I'm sorry. You're welcome. I'm baby going to bed. We had a little photo shoot earlier. All right, let me see. 40-year-old virgin. I think that's a solid choice. That's a good one. That was probably, I don't know if that's my favorite. If my first time, I'm trying to remember where I got to know Seth Rogen, besides like Freaks and Geeks, like in movies. I feel like that may have been one of the first ones, but that's a good one. I still watch that from time to time. Seth, he is in This Is the End. Why can't I see him in it? Like I can see, I see Danny McBride. Danny McBride has my favorite scene, and This Is the End, and it's so stupid because it's so stupid. But it's when they're at James Franco's house and they got the magazine, and he was like, "I'll just here, I'll just there, I'll just anywhere." It's so stupid, but it's so funny. I can't make it through that scene without like. And when Rihanna slap on Michael Cera, I love that movie. I really But I can't picture Seth in it, which is crazy. You know what? I got my tablet right here. Let me do that. Once I see like a picture, maybe that'll snap back into place. All right, Seth Rogen is the end. He's right in the center of the poster. He's right beside Jane Franco. Okay, I need to watch this again because even seeing him, I can't picture like him in the scene in my brain. Thank you, Ed. I need to watch that and I need to just like turn my brain off and just laugh at stupid stuff. Be there, I love Puff Puff. Not that I would ever. All right. Lacobus says, where'd he go? What do you think about new Ted so far? Too early to tell. It is. So I just I'm going by so far. I said this early. Sorry, guys, for repeating myself, but Lacobus wasn't here. I like the new Ted so far. I think that I can see them gently, like very gently, reshaping the character as they do in a typical recast. Like yesterday, Ted was arrogant. Then the new Ted today is a lot more humble. Um, a lot more like, yes, I was wrong. Like more like this. I did a bad thing versus the old Ted was still like, look, that's what I did. What's happened? What you want me to do? And I like the change in the direction of the character because he should be like this, putting his head down, looking all sad. He fucked up. He needs to act like it. So I like him so far. I'm interested to see how the rest of his scenes play out with Leslie. I want to see him and Nicole together to see just what that dynamic is like. Like I said this earlier, but I always get worried about the chemistry because old Ted, I say what you want about him, and I said it all, but I did buy him and Nicole as like a married couple. They were in love. I would be worried about new Ted coming in and kind of having that same chemistry, but at the point in the story where we're at, they don't have to have chemistry. They don't have to mesh because he broke her heart. So I'm liking him so far. Um, Ed said, "What do you think about Lulu and Cody teaming up?" Okay, so I had a thought. I don't know what episode because the guys got binge these episodes together. And I watched General Hospital stuff yesterday, but I wish seeing them together at the table with Lulu. I figured this out. I figured this out. Wait a second. Don't let me go too far off track. But Lulu saying all this shit out loud is crazy. Where she think like she thinks Brooklyn knows Geo is the baby. All this time she lying to everybody. Brooklyn, shit. Lulu is the one who told Brooklyn that she had a son. Like you telling me you stood in that room with that woman and saw all over her face, I had a son, and how sincere she was and thought she was putting on. I don't know if they're saying so that Lulu just thinks that Brooklyn is lying or they're rewriting it already. Like you can't be rewriting history when it was a week ago. Stop it. But Cody, oh, when Cody and Lulu were at the table, she's talking all that. It made me wish that the story was different. It made me wish that Brooklyn had slept with Cody and that Cody was the father. And then we could have a story for Cody where he has a son. He got a dad, and then he got a son, and Mac gets a grandson. So we can bring Mac into it. And then Lulu could still be the one to figure it out. If we got Cody and Lulu together, or at least flirting together, some chemistry, trying to see what was what, and then finding out that Gio and Brooklyn have a kid together, I feel like we could have still hit the same beats. Dante could still feel betrayed. Um, his bestie messed with Brooklyn, never told him. I feel like we could have like hit the same story points, but better, and we wouldn't have to destroy Dante's character because I feel like that's what's happened. Lulu is so mad about Dante not knowing about his son. I feel like Lulu needs to be. I said doo doo. Freudian slip. I think Lulu should be mad about the fact that Dante lied to her for years about not messing with Brooklyn. And I like that's not just one lie. He lied over and over. He told Lulu she was crazy. Him nothing ever happened. Like that's you gaslighting for decades. That's what you need to be mad over. So yeah, what do I think about Lulu and Cody teaming up? Man, it made me wish the story could have been better. It's hard to listen to Lulu talk. I really was just like want her to like go back to sleep. I was so excited when I found out. I wanted Julie, the first Lulu, first adult Lulu. I wanted her to be Lulu. And finding out Jonathan Jackson was going to be back as Lucky, I was like, oh, we bringing the Spencers back. Maybe Carly can be in their world since she's a Spencer now. They have Lulu and Lucky's return has sucked like ass. Very disappointing. Delta Dan says, I have to head out for a bit. I'll try to check back in depending on how long you stream. Much love, Nikisha and Sophie people. Thank you, Delta. Let me try again. Thank you, Delta Dan. I'm glad you were here. I know we get in the soaps, but I'm always happy to see you. Thank you. Ed says you're welcome. Blacko Bus says they need to bring on Lila Ray and maybe Sky in the storyline. Be having her avenge or try to avenge her dad, Lorenzo Alcazar. Mm. First of all, I love some Alcazar. So if we could bring back him as the Alcazar or the brother Alcazar or Tomas from One Life to Live, I'll take him any way I can get him. Bold and the Beautiful was wasting him. Um, we can bring him back as a corpse as a in flashback. I don't care. I'll be happy to see Ted King. And that would get Carly something better to do besides this fake Brennan. Um, but Lala Ray, yes, I would love to see who we cast as Lala Ray. I would imagine Lala Ray to be like kind of like Sage from back in the day, or the old Brooklyn from back in the day. Someone like feisty and someone fun to watch, spunky. Sky, I would love Sky back. I would sign a GoFundMe, a petition, not a GoFundMe. I would sign a petition, a change.org, a petition to bring Sky back. I would stand in the street with a poster. I would love, as long as it's Robin, the real actress playing Sky. I would love to have her back. Um, I feel like an actress and a character like that, you can't mess that up. Like, and plus she knows her character so well. I love what they did back in the day where they had her on all the different ABC soaps and they tweaked her character. They gave her a different daddy and mama every time, but she was still Sky. Like whether she was on General Hospital or whether she was a Chandler or whether Clint was her daddy on One Life to Live, she was still Sky. I really, I would love out of those three, Sky would be the one I would want back the most. But I would take all three. Yeah, I think Dolometics has mentioned Sky before too. Thank you, Lackabus. That's a great comment. It says that's just Lulu being Lulu to make Brooklyn and deeper, in it deeper. I did like Geo and Rocco's scene and Dante about to get the same treatment he gave Sonny when Geo finds out he's his own son. Yeah, it's gonna be on Dante. You blamed your own son instead of shot your own son. Um, yeah, it's just so extra to me. Like it's just so extra. Like there's no reason for Dante to be as mad as he is. To my opinion, I feel like Rocco said, Dante should be more mad at Rocco. Even Danny is responsible too, right? But Danny didn't make Rocco drink. Rocco chose to drink, and out of everyone, Rocco is the one being most accountable and understanding that he fucked up. And I don't understand why they got the boy doing chores as punishment. How about some counseling with like some medical professionals? How about learning more about the effects of alcohol? What about learning about what he could have did to his body instead of just telling him what you did was wrong, so you're in trouble, you have to do this. What about like actually learning something from it? Like maybe he should sit down and talk to Jason about Jason's past and like what AJ's alcoholism did to Jason. Like I don't know. It's annoying. But I liked Rocco and Gio scene too, where because Rocco was very accountable. I didn't like that Gio was like it was all my fault because we know they're just doing that because so they can have the tension between Dante and Gio when we find out the truth. Wish it could have been written better. I just wish we could get a better reason. Mm. And I like the scenes between uh Danny and Rocco too. 'Cause Danny felt bad. I did like it when Carly, I don't remember if she was talking to Danny or talking to Jason, but she was implying that Danny's he likes to take risks. He's so much like Jason. Yeah, but he's a lot like his mama too. I think I I feel like Sam likes to take more oh past tense Sam likes to take risks more than Jason. But Sam never existed. Cat lady. Why I say cat lady? Every time I say cat lady, I'm like, wait, what? Catwoman. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. It's been a long time. Um, Calvin said Lulu needs to go worry about that daughter she yelled at about for months, only for her to go upstairs and never come down back. What the fuck? Right? Charlotte, who? I'm glad you said that though. Because out of everyone who's to blame for Rocco drinking, more than even Rocco, is Lulu and Dante. They should have known where the hell the kid was at. Parents need to be accountable. I'm so glad you said that. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's an ant. It's an ant on the table. Oh no. Sorry. Yes. Where did he come from? I remember when Castanet was streaming back in the day, he had a mouse run across his screen and then he got famous. So I just had an ant. Y'all didn't see it, but am I about to blow up? No, I hate it. That's one thing I hate. Well, I hate a lot of things about summertime, but like the insects and critters. But usually I have peppermint oil and cinnamon, so I don't really see that much. But anyway, all right. Ed says, hey to Catwoman. Catwoman says, hi to Ed. Bus says, just the beginning story for Lala Ray, but then ventures off into something else and she becomes a permanent character. I will take it. I will take definitely more young people. Um, that used to be back in the day my favorite thing about like the summertime because it would be more about like the teen scene. And now I don't even know what that really looks like. I feel like they brought on Kai just to have Trina not be able to really be around the other kids her age. Cause I don't know why he's in that surgery. I don't know what the point of this. Oh my God! Speaking of which, Kai, the surgery, y'all. How does man have surgery and then like he walking like he's moving around like the same day as soon as he wake up, but he got to do physical therapy, but he walking around moving like fine. I don't know if it's bad writing or bad directing, but I'm like I find this very annoying, very annoying. I don't know what the point of Kai and his story and will he walk, will he not walk? With the whole surgery just so he can go play football again. Did we ever care about him playing football? We ain't never seen no football. In General Hospital, we've seen baseball. We ain't never seen no football. I don't so annoying. And that's all Trina cares about is Kai. We don't even see her working at the gallery no more. Just worried about Kai. And she don't need to be worried about Kai, he's fine. Mhm. Wait. Ed said, I like what they're doing with Danny and Rocco, but I want them to expand on Aiden. I be forgetting about Aiden, just like Lucky and Liz. Maxie's daughter. Ooh. Georgia, I don't really fuck with Georgie. I like the original Georgie, but this one annoys me. But if they wrote for her better and gave her more stuff to do, then maybe I could change that. Because I do appreciate how much she looks like her namesake. Maxie daughter and Lulu daughter. Oh, yeah, Charlotte. Crazy ass Charlotte. I I'm annoyed by Charlotte, but I also will watch Charlotte. Like, because that little girl, she good at being like weird and crazy. I would watch her. I I want to see more scenes with Aiden and his and Tobias, like his love interest. Mm, they have enough teens to get them all into stuff. You're right. You're right. You're right, Ed. They do. Will they give it to us though? It's about to be summer. Lacko thus says Dante should be more mad at Dante and Lulu because where were they? Facts say that. Um, and I'm getting sick of Lulu. So sick of Lulu. Like, I if somebody ran up behind her and chloroformed her and knocked her out, I would be cheering for the chloroform. I'd be so happy. Sure. If she was just talking to Dante and then she collapsed again, I'd be like, "We won, people." Where are we? Catwoman said also Dante sent the boys with Yuri to the game. Like, how come we never got that? Right? I think I didn't even remember that. But sometimes because I be watching it on YouTube, I think I miss things here and there. The way I have perceived the story, Dante. was supposed to take the boys to the game, but I didn't know that he like involved Yuri at all. I think he just flaked on them, and so they went to the party. But I probably missed this scene. Whenever I see Yuri, I think about Terry. But Pride Month is next month, so maybe we'll get some Terry scenes. Maybe we'll see her at the nurses' ball. But they probably filmed them all at the same time. Um, Please know if I offended anybody by saying we'll see Terry during Pride Month. It's not because I'm offensive, it's because General Hospital is. Mm. Michael Bus says, I like Geo. Kind of reminds me of Jason Quartermain pre-accident. I can see that. I can see that. Very like preppy kind of, and overall like decent and good. Oh, I was gonna say something about Geo. It was I don't remember who he was in the scene with. I don't know if it was. I think it was Brooklyn, and he started yelling. I was like, "Oh, he trying to have your face moment," because I somebody told me he was friends with Nicholas Chavez in real life, so I thought maybe he was trying to do a little bit much. But I am liking his character more. It's like I didn't care for Gio, then I was like, "Oh, I started to like Gio," and now with this most recent storyline, it's not. I don't blame the actor or the character for Gio. I just Dante's so annoying with it. Because yeah, Gio's an adult, but barely, and it's not his fault. Catwoman said, "Springtime for real." Ansby stopped it, right? We just stopped it. And it was like on my tablet. It was on my iPad. That's the thing. I'm like, I don't know where it come from. I don't got no food around here or nothing. I do got my water and my wine, which I keep forgetting to drink. Ugh. Y'all, my son had a glass of wine with me on his birthday. He turned 21. He was like, "This is nasty." I was like, "Ain't it though?" He's like, "I don't know why people do this." I was like, "Me either." Good job, good job, good job. I was so scared he was gonna be out with his friends and decide to drink, and I was like, "No, you need to be at home, safe." And but he didn't like it. Um, Catwoman said, "Poor Geo, whole life is about to flip." Shaking my head. I sure hope he goes dark. Is he capable of it? I'm interested to see. I wonder, like, well, what is it? What does going dark for him mean? And like, how does Emma? Hmm. I'm not. I'm. Not, I would like to see it. I just don't know. I don't know where that goes. But I don't know where it's going anyway. To be honest. Well, we know where it's going. He finds out and he's upset, but I don't know like how he react. I know he will react upset, but like then what? What would you write, Karen? What would you write? What would going dark mean? What would he do? Is he gonna steal a motorcycle, or is he gonna start drinking? I will watch that. Catwoman said, "I'm so not into the cast stories." I'm shocked that I know who that boy is. I think it's just because like he's crossed over into the mainstream now, but like I know my kids know who he is. I know that I saw that clip in some like YouTube compilation video about him. But I wasn't. I was like watching him then. I don't know. I was trying to be cool. I know like he does all the streaming. And I know I can pick out him a crowd. I know what he looks like, but that's about it. I know he's very super popular. Like the famous he streams and the famous people go and do like he does like interviews, but it's like informal, like it's in a room in his house. But I'm like, it's in a room in a mansion, so you got bodyguards. It's crazy how popular like streaming is. And like I don't know, the world is changing. I'm not hating on it. It's just still kind of hard to grasp. But then I'm sitting here talking to y'all about YouTube, about soap operas on YouTube. So like, what can I? How can I talk? Ed says, "I would like it if they have Danny become a doctor like Jason." Yeah, I'm for anybody becoming a doctor or a nurse on General Hospital because it's General Hospital. Um, I don't like Joss with the WSB storyline at all. One, because it's stupid, but also because I would rather her be a doctor. I know she was going to be a doctor, but I wanted her to be a nurse because Carly was a nurse and Bobby was a nurse. I would love a time where we got to see Joss, in 10 years and she's head nurse. Because, they fast track things on General Hospital. So, like, I would love to see Joss being like head nurse at General Hospital. Um, just for the legacy of the family, but also like the show. I like it when they involve. It seems like now they the hospital is only involved as like a setting, like a location, and I miss having like hospital storylines, having people sick, having like drama there, just not in like a background type of thing. So yes, I would take Danny being a doctor. Oh, I missed the rest of your last year. I'm gonna read your comment again because I cut it off. I would like it if they have Danny become a doctor like Jason Quartermain was supposed to become, but still have him like to take risks. Oh, so you want to look like Patrick, like Dr. Drake? I could see that because he do have a little edge to him. Flacco Bus says, and Jason should discipline Danny. Just talking ain't gonna cut it. Yeah, I do think so. I do think Danny holds some accountability because Rocco didn't want to go. He did talk him into it. And like he did leave him. Like you don't leave nobody. That's what I was telling my kids. I'm like, they not really there yet as far as parties. And I don't know, because we're kind of like introverted, quirky type of strange people. But back in the day I used to go to parties. But like we didn't me and my friends, we didn't leave each other. Like if one of us had to pee, we all went to the bathroom. Like nobody left their drink. If you want to go to the bathroom, you got a drink, you better drink that shit real fast. Like we looked out for each other. Um from the stuff I see on the news, I don't know. People, I be seeing videos of people like this is the last time she was ever seen, and she walking by herself with some dude on the beach. I'm like, we would never. I don't know why I went off on that. Where were we at? Uh, why did I say that? Oh, Jason should discipline Danny because he left him. I was like, why am I talking about this? Yeah, I do think there should be some type of consequences. Um, maybe like Danny and Rocco should have to volunteer. I don't know, around some drunk people, some alcoholics, some community service, something more than just like you're in trouble. Like just putting your kids in trouble don't really teach them anything. It just teach them to like not get caught. I've learned the hard way. As much as that seems like the right thing, that's what was done to me. Like, and a lot of us, you get punishment. But like, I've learned so far, not that I know everything, but that like it's better to apply consequences that are like natural consequences, um, and that actually teach them something. So I would like to see something happen. And if it can involve like something at the hospital, that would be cool. I remember they had Cam having community services. I think he had put a gun out on Jason. I think so, back in the day, and they had him like picking up trash. And Trina and Josh was like making fun of him. And what's his name? Dev was there. Mhm. But yeah, I would like to see something. Something. Catwoman says, but where is Charlotte? Who? Who's that? Who is Charlotte? Right? Because I'm on there earlier. You forgot she exists. I remember one time Lulu did explain it was like she with her friends. I was like, see, that's how I know you lying. Charlotte ain't got no friends. She too crazy. Who friends with Charlotte? And there is nobody on the show right now that would be friends with Charlotte. I think they did play with oh my phone's falling. Who was it? Jake. I think a little something with Jake and Charlotte. But Jake, where is Jake? Cameron is playing soccer. Is Jake painting somewhere? In like Mexico or something? Ah, stop sliding. All right, I think it's good. Matter of fact, I'm going to unplug this, and then it will be sitting up straight. I had my phone plugged up because it was on like 50%, but now it's on 80%. Okay, where are we? Calvin said, "Why is Cody acting like he didn't know about Brooklyn and she, baby? He gave her a ride. Thank you, thank you." That conversation was so frustrating. That's the same conversation I was talking about earlier, where Lulu was saying she think Brooklyn is lying about Gio. I'm like, bitch, you told Brooklyn she had a son. What are you talking about? Like, they GH annoys me so much rewriting history, but you were writing shit that happened like last week or like what Cody that conversation. Cody is the one who told confirmed to Lulu that Brooklyn was pregnant. Thank you for saying that. It's in my notes for that day. I typed that shit up. Like, thank you. Why? Like, is Cody stupid and Lulu stupid, or does the writers think that we're stupid? Stop it. I hate it when they do shit like that. Like we supposed to be paying attention to their dialogue and the scene, and all I'm thinking is like, what the fuck? What? Oh, thank you so much for that. Jolie is here. Dolomatic said hi. Hi. Well, you said hey. And then said hi. Thank you for coming in. It's good to see you. I was talking about you earlier. We were talking. Oh, I don't remember if it was Lacobus or Ed was talking about Sky and Lala Ray coming back, and I was saying that you talked about Sky as well, though, and we would love to have her back ASAP. Ed said it almost took a year for the writers to care about GL, and now they need to do the same for Kai. Mm, I wonder what the difference is between GL and Kai. We'll ponder that silently. We all know. I would be shocked if they get Kai a real story. They can't even give him a family. They done gave this man major fucking surgery that could paralyze him, and he ain't had a mom or a daddy pop up not one time, not a cousin, not an uncle, not a friend. Like, I just gotta laugh at it because it's so ridiculous. Like he could video chat his parents. We can't hire a day player for $50. We can't get a scene. Nope, it's ridiculous. Speaking of which, that reminds me. Speaking of melanated, underused characters, where the fuck is TJ? Before it was like, where's Taggart? But that's kind of a joke because we know we ain't gonna see Taggart no more. Where's TJ? Last time Jordan's ass went undercover like this, even though undercover she ain't even a cop no more. But last time she was undercover, TJ got kidnapped. We can't even get, and maybe they had the scene, y'all, because I do be watching on YouTube, so maybe I didn't see this scene. But from my knowledge, we haven't even we could have a scene where Jordan was like, "I wouldn't do this if Curtis, ooh, gotta take a drink. Hold on, yeah, I wouldn't do this if TJ was in danger, but I'm so glad he's out of town. He's working. He's taking a sabbatical. He transferred to this other hospital. Something. We can't even get a mention. Like I remember when Taj posted, I think it was I don't remember where he posted it at, what social media Taj, the actor that plays TJ, because I don't do a lot of social media. But somebody had posted it on YouTube, and it may have been you, Catwoman. I know you post that stuff where it was a picture, a screenshot of Taj saying this is Dr. TJ Ashford's office, and he was so proud to have a set because that means you give him a set, you invest in him, and now look, like killed his baby and he don't exist no more. Which I was because you brought up Kanye. I'd be shocked if we get that. I'll be into it, but I want a story for Kai outside of Trina and football and maybe paralyzed and not being paralyzed. But I also want Trina to have a story again. Trina, we don't even see Trina don't go to school. We get to see Josh and Emma at the college and not Trina. SS hated Dolomatics. Catwoman said, nope, he just gonna do just like Jason and leave all of them alone and stay by Sonny and learn the biz so he can take over in 2 years. When Geo came in and signed a 3-year contract, I think we got about two more left. Wait, Catwoman, are you talking about Danny or Geo? You said nope, he's gonna do just like Jason and leave. Oh, You talking about Gio? He gonna lead the Quartermains too, or you talking about Danny? I don't know. It could be either one. Well, probably Gio because you didn't talk about Gio later on. You think so? You think Gio's gonna take over the business? I don't know who's gonna take over the business. Speaking of the business, oh my God, why is Sonny so willing to trust Sidwell and give him the peers when every time Sonny is not in power, bad things happen? Like I don't understand. I hate just writing. If we were gonna make Sidwell the big new mobster, I would rather have Miss Wu have like did a coup and took over, or kept Cyrus. I don't buy it. Sidwell is not intimidating to me. Ew. Or we could brought back like Faith Ross. I don't know. We General Hospital has had too many good villains to have Sidwell be a character. And they gave him a family, Marco, and we still gonna see Blaze at some point because they post that Eva LaRue posted that picture. I think Catwoman. I think he posted that too. I'll be seeing so much stuff on your page because I don't follow that stuff, but I see you. I post the pictures. I'm pretty sure you posted it. Um, if it wasn't you, it's Busybody Barons, but I think it was you. All right. Dolly says, "Hey Ed." Catwoman says, "Hi Dolly." Dolly said the Joss storyline is straight out of the CW. Facts. Joss is playing butt kicking Junior Spies just silly. It's so silly. It's so ridiculous. Like if GH can do good spy stuff. Back in the day we saw Anna and Duke, Sean, Frisco. We saw Tiffany. We saw some Holly even. I don't even fuck with Holly. But we've seen like good like action thriller spy storylines, but this is not it. Dolly says, "Hey to Catwoman." Dolly says, "Nikisha, what do you think of new Ted? I know you weren't the biggest fan of old Ted's acting style. I like the new one better personally." Yeah. Um, Sorry guys, repeat it because we talked about this a couple of times. But yeah, I agree. I was not the biggest fan of old Ted. And I was nervous. I was like, what if I don't like new Ted and I miss old Ted? Wouldn't that be crazy? But so far that hasn't happened. Even though we haven't seen him but in a few scenes. I like, Dolly, I know you're an old school fan too, so when they recast, they kind of reshape the character, and I think they're already making him less arrogant. Old Ted, even though he got caught out, he was still very much like, you know, it happened, and da 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 da. But like this one is more like, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I fucked up, and the humility. That's what should happen right now. He should be sorry and like being accountable for his actions. So I'm enjoying him so far. I mean, looking forward to seeing what kind of dynamic is between him and Nicole. Yeah, he definitely fits on the soap better. My daughter said the same thing. She's like, I like him better after like 30 seconds. I was like, damn. Uh, but it does feel like he understands the genre better already. Yeah, no shade to the old Ted. I didn't hate him. I know I talked so much shit about him. I didn't hate him. I didn't like him for the soaps. If he was in a play or something, I would watch him. Like put him in a Raisin in the Sun. I'll watch it. I just think he needs something different. I wish him the best. Peace. All right. Ed says I need for Alexis to confront Christina and tell her what's going on. Yes. Ava know what's funny to Alexis, and now Alexis going to team up with Lucky. Christina 30 plus enough already, right? It's so stupid. I, and I said this before, but Lulu's return disappointing. Lucky's return disappointing. They got Lucky telling Elizabeth he loved her. Well, I don't know if he told her he loved her, but acting like they supposed to get ready to be together, and he know what happened to her, and he ain't say shit for what. That's crazy to me. It's like I thought Lucky had like a good character, not like good a character versus like good or bad, but like more morals and values. Why he's putting Christina over Elizabeth? I thought Lucky cared about like justice. It doesn't make sense. I wonder how Jonathan Jackson feels. I wish I could talk to him off the record and be like, "What you think about your return to the hospital? How you feeling about it? Like, are they paying you enough for this boring ass story? But you don't even have to gotta like act. You can just read the words off the page. Like, and Jonathan Jackson can act Like we've seen this boy since he was a boy for real. Acts, but nothing. Just this shit. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm off on a tangent again. Alexis do need she should have been told Christina. As soon as Christina and Molly was talking shit, ganging up on her, and Christina was like, "How could you?" And to everyone else, "How could she?" I'm like, "Bitch, you know what you did. The question is, how could you? You out here trying to kill people, cutting brake lines. Who the fuck even cut brake lines? It's 2025. You YouTubing how to cut brake lines? Stop it." I just hope they go ahead and put her in a crazy house or prison or whatever. But let's can we say goodbye to Christina? I'm not a fan of this recast. Bring her back with a different actress. I would rather have the Ma Princess version of Christina. I don't know her name in real life, but she was on the 100. I would rather have her than this. I don't want to bring back Lexi because I don't want her Lexi to have to clean up this mess. I don't want Lexi to be the character that tried to take her sister's baby that she offered to give her. I don't want that for her. But I'd be okay with the previous Christina, the one from the My Princess storyline. I would let her do it. Catwoman says Jake was supposed to be her boyfriend. Yeah, briefly. Mm. I like little Jake. I don't know why, but I always see in my YouTube short feed, I always see like the clip of the actor that played Jake Hudson West, where he was on Grey's Anatomy. He was blind. His parents were like anti-vaxxers, and they wouldn't take him to the doctor. So he got on a bus, like two different buses, to come to go to the doctor to try to get help. And he was acting. That boy was acting. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just saying Jake could do more. I miss him. We should bring him back. But they used him well for a while too on General Hospital. All right. Lacobus says Cameron shot Jason in the back. Yeah, him. Oh, he shot him? I didn't remember him actually shooting him. I thought he just pulled a gun on him. Jason been shot up. Yeah, him getting community service for that is crazy work. Yeah, I didn't. Hey, and I see episodes here and there on Roku where it's that era, but I haven't seen him go that far back. Hey, I missed that. I probably knew it then, just I don't remember it. Damn, Cameron. Uh, I wonder if Cameron's coming back for the nurse's ball. I wouldn't mind that. He actually can sing. If we could get somebody who can actually sing, at least one or two performers that don't sound horrible. Oh, it's Lynn. I thought it was another ant. I was about to be like, I gotta go, y'all. I got an infestation. I ain't gonna be able to sleep with this piece of lint. Yeah, okay. I was nervous. Calvin said he's at college. Yeah, I think he had like a soccer scholarship, but that should be about over. It should be summer. We're doing summer internships. So I don't know, maybe he'll be with his girlfriend, but I wouldn't mind it if he came back. I just want like them to use him. Ed is agreeing with Laco Bus. Jolie said, "I want Sky and Lila Ray so bad. That would be great." Yeah, that's why when I saw the comment, I was like, I wish Jolie was here because he agrees. Loves Sky with a passion and Lila Ray with the potential to see her. I was saying I could see like for the casting of Lila Ray, like the personality of her being like a cross between Sage Alcazar and old Brooklyn, like somebody very spunky and feisty and a little bit of a troublemaker. Smoking cigarettes in the shed. Not really, but like that shows my age because that would be like the bad person. I guess she'd be vaping. But I don't even know that I actually want her to vape. I just want her to be, Elizabeth was smoking. That's what I should have said. She used to be a bad girl. I don't know. Somebody with a little more personality and a little danger. Oh, I was about to put her with Danny, but they related, ain't they? Lila Ray and Danny are gotta be related somehow, right? Let me see. Wait, is Jason a bio? I always get so confused with the Quartermain family tree. I know Monica is not biologically Jason's mom, but was Alan his father? They rewrite it so many times. Or Susan, I don't know, y'all. My brain gonna hurt. So I bet you know. Are Danny and Lala Ray cousins? Or could they team up and ride on motorcycles together? They can still ride bikes together if they like cousins. They don't have to be together. It says Brad gone, and now they need to bring TJ back. TJ and Sean is the reason the Ashford family exists, right? Yep. From what I remember, though, the actor that played Sean, he left on his own accord, which good for him, because they weren't using him. I'll never forgive General Hospital for not having Sean and Carly get together. They had chemistry. I was ready to see it. Sonny would have been so pissed, but they didn't do it. And then they even toyed with him and Alexis, and I was okay with that too. But nope, I don't really like. The only interracial relationship they really liked was TJ and Molly, and see where that went. That's not true. That's not true because we had Gio and not Gio, Gia and Nicholas back in the day, and that was nice, but didn't last. Do any wars still exist? Did Justice die? I don't know. I can never remember how his story ended. Did Faith Roscoe and Justice Ward have a baby out there somewhere? Grown up now. I would love it if we could revisit that history because whenever they talk about like the Quartermains and the shares of ELQ and start naming like kids and grandkids, great grandkids, they never talk about the wars. Um, but yeah, I agree, Ed. I liked Brad, even though I know he's not a good character, but I like Brad. I would love to have TJ back. Sean, I would love to have him back too, just to but I think he's off to bigger and better things. Catwoman said that's what I said about Kyle. Like ain't no one came to see him really. How was he taking care of himself? Yeah. Trina. They do not care enough to invest it all. Oh wait. I just realized Kai is the character and then Casanut. My mom must be kicking. I think earlier I responded to a comment about Kai as if you were talking about Casanut and you were talking about Kai, the character. And I just don't know. I mean, bless your heart, y'all so nice. Nobody even check me. Uh, Dolly said, "Don't even get me started on TJ. The actor got so tired of waiting. Homeboy went to do a play in South Africa. Oh, really? I didn't even know that. A 10-year relationship ended and it acted like nothing happened with TJ, right? And imagine going from TJ to Cody. You had that fine ass man. Now you guys might smell like horse shit. All right. And if they make her marry this man, like marry this man, I would lose my shit because she wouldn't commit to TJ in that way. Well, no, they ain't gonna get married. They might get married, but first she'll get pregnant. Catwoman says TJ might be back whenever Molly Love likes. Ugh, let's try this again. TJ might be back whenever Molly's love life takes off. That love life got me. Yeah, maybe, but they got a black person quota on General Hospital. I was so shocked that TJ didn't that they still had TJ when they brought Isaiah on. I was like, oh my god, and we got Curtis. Oh, this is crazy. And Kai, like what? Didn't last long. Like, Jordan got a man but lost a son, and now she ain't got a man. And I don't even think we got to see them. Like I was ready for it. Jordan deserved like somebody. Last person she had was Curtis. Just imagine that. Ed says I saw that too, Dolly. Calvin said Gio. You was talking about Gio. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I think my wine's kicking in. And I'm also a little tired. It's been a long day, but a good day. I was hanging out. Well, I was catching up with Beyond Gates, and then I was taking pictures. I was playing photographer for my daughter, doing a little photo shoot for her. It's so fun. but she's so grown up looking. I'm like, what the hell? I don't like this shit. We took pictures without her glasses on. I'm like, oh my God, I hate that people can see her beautiful face. So like, put the glasses back on. Put the glasses back on. I haven't let her get contacts yet. Might let her get contacts for college, but I'm so nervous. All right. Catwoman said, yes, I don't think Sewell gonna be the real and it's way too easy if he is. I don't know what General Hospital is doing. I would love for them to surprise me. I just don't know. As far as like taking over the business, I'd be okay if Michael does it. If we get Michael back, of course my preference is Chad, but and we've talked about this before. I would love to have Chad back to my number one choice. But I would also take on, and I didn't. This was not my idea. Someone else recommended Matthew Atkinson from Bold and the Beautiful, who played Thomas. I could see him. I could see him being Michael if Michael takes over the business, like a darker, grittier version of Michael. I would also love for Morgan to come back. He a little young, but he could do it, and I would watch him and be so happy. I love Morgan. Laco Bus said I went back and saw some old GH episodes, and the girl playing Avery now is the same girl when she was an infant. Oh yeah, yeah. Avery has been around for a while. She's twins actually. Um, yeah, and if once you learn which one is which, you'll be able to tell the difference between the two of them. Yeah, I'm glad they haven't changed Avery yet. We'll see how long that lasts. And she is a cutie pie. She was so cute. She was even cuter when she was younger. So cute. Um, Catwoman said, yes, did you see my channel? No, I didn't. Well, I don't know. Let me finish reading the comment first before I say I didn't see. Because I haven't really been on. Did you see on my channel that Steve Burton got married yesterday? Their pics are on there. Oh, let me check it out on my tablet. Dang, I feel like he just got divorced. I feel like his wife just had the baby that won't hear. Yes, he don't like being single. I ain't mad at him. All right, let's go to YouTube. Turn my volume down. And search Cat lady. I can't say Catwoman because that's not your real name. Is it gonna come up or I might have to go into my subscriptions? Let's do let's talk. Catwoman, you have such a long name. Let's talk with Jeffrey. There we go, Cat lady. I like to say it should pop up because I'll be searching for you. That's not you. Alright. No, I thought I was gonna write now. That's your page. Look under your post. Oh, okay. What's this? This is when you get married? You stay woke. Alright. Fight your power. Alright, FI neighbors. Oh, guys, you should go to Catwoman's page and look at the pictures of Jason. He look happy as hell. He like, we did it. He look good in that tux. He got him a brunette this time. He say he done with the blonde. She's pretty. They look happy. That's a pretty dress. That's a very pretty dress. Not too much. The church looks so empty. Or I guess this was just for pictures. This one during the actual wedding. Oh, that's nice. I'm happy for him. All right, I added a like. I'm happy for him. Thank you for telling me. I hadn't seen it. I had no idea. I wonder what his ex is up to. She got like a toddler now, right? And then she with the person she got pregnant by. I wonder if he cheated first or she free cheated first. I have so many questions. Ed said Miss Wu would make sense because she saved Carly and Jason, and Sonny and Miss Wu have the history and understanding to make that type of deal, so he could have protection after he gets out. Yeah, yeah. And she's formidable. Like they kind of watered her down in more recent things we've seen Miss Wu. But back before, like when Sonny was in Nixon Falls, when we first was introduced to Miss Wu, that woman was formidable. She like this tall and scared the shit out of me. I was like, I would listen. She had that sexy black bodyguard too. Like, And she had an Asian one too, not just the black one. But they were both like tall and very nice to look at. I need all of them back. Lakoba says I like Wu. Hopefully she comes back permanently. I hope so too. Dolly said new Ted seems like a more gentle and nicer guy. I'm surprised this Ted cheated. The old Ted looks like he was probably sitting at the club next to Bill getting numbers. He was too smooth, right? I can see that. Um, I did appreciate the conversation between Kat and New Ted, where he explained. He said back then Nicole needed more than she gave, which I'm like, yeah, she was having miscarriages, but like he said, so did he. So it does seem a little out of character for what the person they have him now. But like he said, he was different there. I'm less angry at this Ted than the old Ted. He just got here, but that might be why. But it's also, like you say, his disposition. Catwoman said old Ted was a double cheeseburger. New Ted is just a cheeseburger. Acting is good. I hate the chemistry. I like a double cheeseburger. I ain't fuck with Ted, but I do. I just and a double veggie cheeseburger. As long as it's like a thin patty, not a thick patty. That's too much meat. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Um, Ed said the second Christina recast was Lindsay Morgan. Lindsay Morgan, yes, that's the one I'm thinking about. The one that was on the 102. I would take her back. I know people weren't a fan of her storyline during the time, and I actually didn't mind it. I liked them. I actually enjoyed the Ma Princess story. I love her doing her reality show. I love her talking shit to Sunny and Alexis. I actually thought that was entertaining. The Trey stuff, I didn't care too much for until we found out that she was Connie's kid and how he came to be conceived and the way that they wrapped that in together. I thought that was actually really good. I felt bad for like everyone involved except for Joe Scully. I even like that. I felt bad for Connie, Kate. I felt bad for Trey. I felt bad for Sonny. Like I felt bad for everyone. Like I said, except Joe Scully Jr. Dolly said, Christina is just so dumb. She probably YouTube had a sabotage card and didn't even clear her search history. You right. It's probably still in her search history right now. You are so right. Oh gosh. Real Enigmas is here. Real Enigmas and Theories. Guys, you should go subscribe to his channel. He's like a big time YouTuber. Um, some people will write him off as a conspiracy theorist, but I would not say that. He sees all the pieces and the links. Like any show that he dissects on his channel is like mind blowing. He can watch like the pilot episode of something and predict the way things are gonna go way down and see like not just where the story is going, but like symbolism. Like so, is like a genius. So thank you for being here. I'm so glad you popped by. We're talking about soap opera, but it's good to see you. Catwoman says yes. Alan is Jason's father. Okay, I can remember. I can remember who's biologically related and not. So who is AJ? Is Alan also AJ's biological father? Um, Dolly said Sky wasn't biologically a Quartermain. Remember, Sky and Ned had kind of a thing. You right. I did forget that. You're all right. They changed Sky's paternity so much. I wasn't sure. But you right now, dude. I can see them together. Laco Bus says Sky was adopted by Alan, so technically, yes, Lila and Danny Ray would be cousins. But not like they could be cousins, but not like cousins. So, I don't know. I just feel like the personality that I want Lila Ray to have, I feel like her and Danny would be a cute match. And that could be a part of their storyline. It's like we're cousins. I mean, subs have done worse. Remember they had if you guys watch One Life to Live, they had Tina thinking she was smashing her brother, David Vickers. She was like, "We can't do this." He was like, "Yes, we can, because we ain't even related." They wasn't actually related, but he was pretending to be her half brother, and they was still doing it. I love Tina. She was crazy as hell, but she was a fun little sister to Vicky. Toya Lord. I don't know all the names. Carpenter, Buchanan, but well, Buchanan would have been first, and then Carpenter, and probably Buchanan again. All right, where are we? Dolly said GH blinked on Carly and Sean, but they couldn't handle all that heat, right? I was like, I don't even like. I don't mind loving the afternoon as part of a soap, but sometimes it make me uncomfortable because I kind of snap out of the fiction of the show and think about the reality of it and be like, y'all not pretend you acting, but you're not pretending to kiss. Like your tongue is really in that person's mouth. Y'all are really swapping spit right now. Y'all are really grinding pelvis against pelvis. Okay, acting. But Sean and Carly, I was like, oh, my fan, my fan. It's like, do it, do it, and I will watch. They had so much chemistry. You know, Laura Wright is good. She can have chemistry with anybody, but I don't think they had to work for that chemistry. It was just there. Ed said Justice died. Maya's still around and her sister. Oh wait, who is Maya's sister? Oh wait, I think I can picture a little sister. She's a younger sister, right? Mm, I can. Oh, I ain't got my tablet right in front of me. Like I can't just Google shit. I'm an old lady. Let's see. Let me do Maya Ward sister. Should I put GH? Oh, I'm still on YouTube. I don't want to be on YouTube. I want to be. Well, maybe I should have been on YouTube. Maybe they would have showed me like a thumbnail. Nope. Nope. All right, let me check Google. Check the Google. I miss you guys so much. It was so much fun. I don't want to stop. All right, Maya Ward sister GH. That is not Maya Ward. Okay, that is Maya. But I don't see a sister. I just see Maya. And this is the Maya that was with Eason. I don't know who the sister is. Oh wait, Zoe. This is an article on Soaps.com from 2010. Maya and Zoe, the new Ward family. Let's click on that. I know if I see her face, it's just not. Oh, that's right. Oh, this is just a board. It's not a picture. Maybe I should click on images. And now I'm back to Seth Rogen. If this is the end, let's go for it. We were talking about Seth Rogen earlier. Right, I'm just seeing Maya. Yeah, I'm just seeing Maya. It's only one page, y'all. See, can I see? When I try to scroll up, that's it. That's sad. All right, well, now it's in my feed, so my history, so maybe I'll remember to search for it later. Dolly said Maya Ward gave her shares to Tracy a few years back. Oh, bless your brain, I don't remember that. That's why you don't hear about the wars with the ELP shares. So that was the excuse the writers made up, so we don't have to talk about the black Quartermains no more. That sucks. But I believe you. I just don't remember it. But I was talking to my daughter about this, and we talking about like real life and like how weird it is that you don't get to this like not as weird, but like just the phenomenon of memory as you like get older. You don't get to like pick what memories stick and what you remember and what you don't remember. It's I don't know. I wish you could be like as something when it happened and you could be like save. This will stay here forever because there's so much stuff with my kids. I'll show them like 'cause I used to be on social media a lot more and I would like post everything on Facebook. Not like people do now though. Just post like wholesome family shit. Um, but it's like stuff from like trips we took when they were like in elementary school and they don't remember, of course. But like I wish that they did because I was a single mom, but I was a badass mom. I made a way. Um, so I'm glad I do have like the Facebook memories and the pictures to be able to show them. But like I wish they could remember. Like you don't get to decide what you remember. So yes, I'm sorry. Point was I don't remember Maya with Tracy giving her shares. I wonder why she picked Tracy. Maybe the Luke connection. Maya, Ethan, Luke to Tracy. Lack of us said I was gonna check you on Kai, but I just let you go. Oh, bless your heart. You so sweet. You see, it was like 30 minutes later before I was like, wait. That's so embarrassing, but I appreciate you. I was really talking about Kai for that. For what? Oh, that's so funny. I appreciate you. Did you laugh at me? It's okay if you did. I'm laughing at myself. I'm gonna tell my kids about that tomorrow. Catwoman says TJ will be back when his kid is old enough to come looking for him. Ooh, who is TJ's kid? He got a secret baby? Hmm. I'm trying to figure- who would be the mom? TJ was with another girl. He cheated on Molly with a girl. Somebody's sister. It ain't that many black people on the show for me to not be remembering. Oh my gosh, I can't think. Is that who you talking about? Or is it something else that am I just like, am I intoxicated and not knowing what's going on? Dolly said, I will be so pissed if Molly actually decides to get married after they pulled that Justice of the Peace mess. Brooklyn and Chase's boring wedding behinds get a big wedding and TJ gets a courthouse. You know how they do. Mm. Now Nikisha trying to reverse she's all that her daughter. Wait, what does that mean? She's all that. Is that the glasses. The contact. I got you. It took me a minute to understand. The glasses and the ponytail. Yeah, I don't keep her in them. And she is a pain. She's an artist as well, so like she could have the messy overalls. No, I don't need people to see how beautiful she is. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. You need her to keep her nose like in a book and like in her art classes. And I don't need her to. I don't need people to know until she like 30. I'm not ready. You ain't going to college. And there gonna be so many guys. All right, let me focus. I'll get sad for real. I am sad for real. I'm so scared. But she's going to college in the same town where we live, so I'm glad that like I'll still be far, but she's living on campus, but still in the same town. So she's going away, but not really. I told her a good thing is that like she got so many clothes. I'm like, you ain't gotta take all your clothes. You gonna have a limited closet space. You can take out like 2 months worth of clothes and then come home, drop those clothes off, and just switch out for new clothes. Your wardrobe can forever be evolving. And she thanked me. She said she saw like she sees on TV where so many people like the parents like take over the kids' room. I was like, girl, what am I gonna do with your room? That's your room. Probably go in there and get in her bed and cry and miss her. Ed says GH loves to keep Jordan single, put her back with Isaiah because Willow needs to stay away from him because when she learns the truth, I don't want her going after him. Yeah. That's in one of my notes. For whatever day Willow and Isaiah was talking, she was unburdening herself with telling him all this shit. I was like, oh, is Isaiah her new TJ? He the new black person, so he got to listen to Willow shit like when she had cancer. I was like, nobody wants to stop it. It was very annoying. I was like, can we do something else with Isaiah besides have to like listen to Willow and tell her like, well, it's not that bad. You seem like a good person. I am interested to see how the rest of that conversation with Sunny goes. Drew gonna be pissed. Yeah, they love that Jordan single. As if. Like, have we seen Jordan? As if. As the only way that one will be single is if that's like she chooses to be. I know some of us choose it, such as myself. Um, but Jordan, like, ain't no way nobody wouldn't catch her. Like, it's crazy. Um, Calvin says, "Oh yes, I can see Thomas. Yep, playing Michael. He could do it. He could do a dark Michael. And I would love to see him act like on a show again. He was the only reason I really watched. I like Bold and the Beautiful for Thomas, and then I like Dell with Steffi, and that was it. I liked Ivy back in the day, but she don't have a role no more. And I don't remember the last time I watched Bold and the Beautiful. My daughter and I watch it like every 3 months just for fun. We watch it every 3 months for fun. It's like when we watch it, it's like we miss nothing. It's so easy to pick up. I think I do know the last episode we watched. We actually watched the same episode twice because it was so funny. Hope and Brooke was going at it, and Hope was like, "So you never believed in me? You never this?" And Brooke said, "I did it for Rich." We was we loved it. We did it for Rich. Parker's like, "We know, Brooke. We know you did it for Rich. That'll be on your tombstone." Brooke lies here. She did it for Rich. Um, Calvin says yes, he got him a Sam. I don't know. I lost that. Who's the Sam? Are you talking about like Danny with the Lila Ray? I don't know. I'm trying to act like I haven't been drinking. Um, Catwoman said, I was hoping Miss Wu would have some secret young nephew that she talked to Biz to and have him take over hers. Yeah, I would take that too. I would like that happened to be one of the people, one of the bodyguard people that we saw. 'Cause he was fine. Um, it says AJ was Alan's son too. So they was okay, brothers. And I think I knew that at some point, but it's just like, GH is forever changing history with Susan Moore and Heather Weber and yeah. And I think AJ was Monica actually biologically. I think that was like the tension that Monica favored Jason, but she wasn't his biological mom. And she, had the disdain for AJ, and he was actually her son. Rest in peace, AJ. That feels funny to say. Not another Cody and Sasha. Oh god, that like Molly and Cody. I forget that they did that to Sasha. And Sasha annoyed me so much now. I used to love her. Now I just don't even know what they doing with her. I feel bad for the actress because she probably look at her scripts like, what? I wish, you know what? I wish Michael would come back and be like, okay, Willow, you can have them kids. And he just be with Sasha and they raise their baby, the real quarter man. And then Willow will probably get mad, wants to know about some birthright and shit. I would love that. I would love that. I would love that. You pick up my penis. I would love that though. Nobody care about Wally and Amelia. Except Carly and Nina and Willow. And you apparently. Blackobusters, are they bringing Scott Clifton, who plays Liam on B&B, to play Dylan again on General Hospital? I liked him when he played Dylan, but I don't know why they would do that. I don't know. I know that Liam is dying on Bold and the Beautiful, so I can see that maybe, but I just with the way they brought Lulu back and her dumbass story, and the way they brought Lucky back and his dumbass story, what is Dylan's story gonna be? And I'm trying to think of who he could be paired with. Who was in that age group? Well, I mean, Willow about to be single after she found out about Drew, but I want him to just pop up having to take care of kids. Hmm. I don't know. I like Scott Clifton and I would take him as Dylan. I just don't know what story I don't trust them to write him a good story. Dolly said Guiding Light has first cousins that met. I think I remember you guys talking about that in Albert's chat. Guiding Light had first cousins that met in adulthood. Ooh, met in the first cousins. All right, I'm gonna read that again. Guiding Light had first cousins that met in adulthood and got married and made them a little super couple. Did they have kids? Was that controversial? Was that controversial at the time? But you said it was a super couple, so you gotta to be a super couple, you gotta have fans. That must have been some powerful chemistry. Ed said, "How much longer do you think Derek and Ashley gonna last? Because she's out of pocket. She don't want to have a real conversation about that place or get a new one." I was happy talking to Andre again. Yeah, actually a little hoe in training. That was me. I'm sorry, I don't mean that. I don't even know that was nasty. I don't think they're gonna be together much longer, but then I don't know what's gonna happen to Derek's character. 'Cause I feel like Ashley's still gonna be sniffing up on Andre, and I'm afraid Andre's gonna cheat on Danny. Even though I know they're not together, cheat on Danny with Ashley. I don't know what becomes of Derek unless they start being like fires everywhere and he can come like put them out. I don't know who. They don't put him in any other scenes with anybody. And I like Derek. I know he's goofy and simple, but he seems like a good man. Um, and I don't want to defend Ashley, but I also don't like cleaning up after men. Well, no, it. Let me pause and think about what I want to say here. Um, I've been in those situations before where you like cleaning up behind a guy, and I'm a nurturer, so I don't mind it. But if I'm gonna be cleaning up after you, then I can't have no complaints in other places. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do what you're supposed to do, and I'm happy, then I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and I will pick up all those clothes. But Derek had a oops, so you can't be leaving clothes on the floor. You're gonna pick up your own damn clothes. I'm glad my kids are asleep. Yeah, I don't see them much longer. To answer your question, I don't see them together much longer. I just don't know what happens next. Dolly said, "Remember when Dante used to have to catch himself in love scenes with the original adult Lulu? He used to get into it. He was always catching himself before he went places they shouldn't. Now you gonna make me go and watch those scenes again. You just talking about Julie? Let me search that on my YouTube history so I can remember to look. Because now I'm gonna be looking. And I say I tend to look away during like sex scenes and kind of be like, I shouldn't be watching. This is gross. But now I'm gonna look. I know they had chemistry, and I like that Lulu. I was so mad when Carly tried to break them up, but I also like Dante with Brooklyn, the real Brooklyn. I love that whole storyline. Let me see Dante. And Lulu. I'm gonna put Julie behind it. All right, now send my search history, so I'll remember that tomorrow. I'm curious. Dolly said they never introduced Zoe physically. Oh, they talked about her. She was planned as a love interest for Michael, but they pivoted. I don't remember that either. Hmm. Well, that's why I couldn't find no picture of her. Couldn't remember. I bet that would have been interesting. But then she would be dead if she was with Michael. Like Willow, lucky she alive. Her and Sasha the only two that didn't. But they put Sasha through hell. Ed said also Ashley still didn't tell Derek about Andre trying to kiss her, but she annoyed with everything he does. But she let him move in, and they were together for 3 years, no serious conversation. I'm glad you said that because I also feel like so much of the stuff that is happening with them, they act like they never spent a night together or like spent a couple of days together. Like you with somebody for 3 years, I was sleeping over at some point, right? Like you got shit at each other's houses. Um, I don't have too much critique for Beyond the Gates because I'm enjoying the show as a whole. But I will say, as far as Ashley and Derek, I don't feel like they are thinking out their story as much as some of the other stories. So like you're saying, like they've been together 3 years. They've never talked about this stuff before. And I get that like he's a firefighter, but she just became a nurse. Maybe like she was in school, they were busy, but I still feel like they were sleeping over. You sleeping over? Anybody going home all the time after Catwoman said no. Remember that lady said the baby didn't make it. We all know that was a lie. Oh, We will see that kid one day soon. Okay, the first Andrea maybe the first surrogate. Okay, yeah. I know a lot of people thought that. I didn't think that. Um, but I do remember everybody having that. I think I didn't want that. I didn't want that because I wanted TJ and Christina to get together to bond over their biological baby. But I do remember. I do remember you and a lot and other people saying that. I do. That is an Easter egg out there. If they care enough to give TJ a kid, I think I'm gonna give Molly a kid before they get TJ a kid. Unfortunately, Ed said I think TJ baby comment was about the first surrogate. Said she lost the baby. Yep, Ed, you on the right page. I had needed to explain to me. Thank you guys. Lacko Bus says, what do you think about what do you think how Anita and Danny talked to Eva about her not ever being a part of the Dupree family? Were they a little harsh? Yes. Well, I love Eva, with her sad face. I just want to hug her and caress her hair and tell her it's all right. I'll be a mama. Everything will be all right, girl. Um, yeah, I do think they were harsh, but I also, I mean, Anita surprised me more than Danny. Danny, I kind of expected that from Anita. I was like, damn, with your matriarch ass, that's tough. Um, But I think much like they have Gio and Dante going at it to put some angst between them for the eventual reveal, I think that was laying the more groundwork for when they find out that Nicole, that's actually her, their Danny's niece and Anita's granddaughter, because that's Nicole's baby. Edith's Nicole's baby, and Kat is Leslie's baby. And that's what I need to happen. I'm going to will it into existence. Maxwell said, "Hey, Maxwell, I'm glad you're here. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be streaming, but I'm glad you made it. Sorry, I got distracted and forgot about your live. It's okay, you're here now, and I hope I can. I had to see what my work schedule is, but I might be going live again tomorrow night, so maybe you'll have some time then. It's good to see you." Uh, Calvin says, "Love the single life, ain't it? You just have to clean up after yourself and like." I would say as long as you got some AA batteries, but nowadays it's a USB charger. So, like, uh, good. I feel like I should wink after that. Lack of us says, what do you think of Brad leaving GH? Predictable, but sad. I was into Brad and Lucas getting back together. I feel like Brad has changed. I know Brad still ain't shit. I know. But I feel like he changed because he could have just had sex with Lucas. But he told Lucas. He confessed first because he has a conscience. I wish I wish they would have kept that going instead of bringing on Marco. Not that it has to be one way or the other, but that's how GH is. So I'm sad to see Brad go, but not also not surprised because like they barely have Miss Wu, and so like what they was gonna do with him? But I do hope that I like that Brad will leave and come back. So I hope that Brad might come back. I just don't know what that looks like with him not having a job, but he could get his job back at the hospital because Portia ain't gonna have her job when she come out because of well, she broke laws, she committed crimes, and then she made those worse by drugging people or stealing drugs, facilitating, blackmailing, forcing this. Oh, she broke laws, guys. All right. What do you think, Lacobus? Are you gonna miss Brad? Is anybody gonna miss Brad but me? Catwoman said yes, cause right now, ain't Liam and Hope still in the living room? I believe you. I know how Bold and the Beautiful do, but I haven't watched. Are they in Steffi's living room? Albert is here. Hi, Albert. Thank you for coming. That was a weird ass wave. I don't know what that was. Hi. It's good to see you. I'm glad you came in. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Hi, Albert. Albert, you be staying up so late, like you have to get up early in the morning. I don't know how you function. So little sleep. Ed says hi, Albert. Albert says hi, Ed. Albert says, "Hi, my queen cat lady with a heart." Catwoman, you see that heart? Catwoman said Dylan can be with Lulu because after her blowing up Dante and Brooklyn in real world, she gonna be single for a long time. Yeah, that's possible. I don't even think I try not to think about Lulu. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I do want Lulu to reflect on that because, like, on her past with Dylan, people have brought it up sporadically, but the way she's going after Brooklyn is so crazy, considering that like she know what it's like to be 16-year-old and pregnant. And I'm not bashed on her for her choice in having the abortion because I think that was a good storyline for the hospital. Those are like stories I like from the hospital do, like social messages and stuff like that. But I hate this video. I feel like I'm becoming the more I do it, the more stupid I'm becoming. My words are going like, it's not okay for a second. Um, Jolie said, hey to Albert. Albert says, how to Jolie. Catwoman says, talking about Jason, new wife, got him a saying, oh my God. I think it's because because I'm so far behind in the chat that by the time I read the comment, I lost the context. Yeah. Oh, because he got a brunette. Thank you. You always know what to say to catch me up, make me understand what's going on. Yeah, I understand in real life. I don't know what Callie Monaco is up to. I miss her so much. Dolly said Jonathan and Tammy were so popular. Are they the cousins? Oh yeah. On Guiding Light, fans were pissed when she died. They never had kids. Actually, Laura Wright played Tammy's mom before becoming Carly. It's so wild to think of Laura Wright being old enough to play a super couple partner's mom when she came to General Hospital. But I guess yeah, Michael was an adult. Yeah, plus they're so loose with soap opera ages. They don't have ages; they have like age ranges. Um, Alyssa said hi. Hey, Alyssa. I'm so glad you're here. Um, I don't know. I was gonna say the other day, but I feel like it's been longer than that. But I was talking to Albert, and he was talking about you. It's a good thing because I was like, I hadn't seen you in so long. So I'm glad you came by. It's so good to see you. How you been? It's been forever. Are you still putting up with Jenna Hospital? Are you watching it? I know you probably hate everything going on right now. Catwoman saying, "Hey, it's that I hate to Albert. Ow. How come he don't get a heart, Catwoman? He gave you a heart. You gotta give him a heart back." Alyssa said, "Oh, she's speaking to Alyssa. I thought that I was for Albert. Oh, Albert says hi, Alyssa. Catwoman. Oh, she was saying hi to Albert because Alyssa got her own. Alyssa get a kitty, Catwoman. Why Albert don't get a kitty? Oh, y'all are funny. Alyssa said hi, hey to Albert. Catwoman said, plus Michael up top, Sonny. He was with all three sisters. Oh, like wow, Nina's daughters got the good. Mm, okay, I don't believe Willow got no good. Nell, I don't believe got no good. Who is the other one? Who's the other one? Nell. Oh, Kiki. I believe Kiki, man. I little something. She had Morgan and Michael fighting over, so I believe Kiki might have been something. I can't. Now that I've seen Willow rolling around on the nursery floor, I can't see nothing good about that. Um, Carolyn says, "Yes, I love Eva. Yeah, she's so good. The actress is so good. Like from the first scene she was in, I was like, I care about this. And me and Jolie and I, we've talked about how much Eva's character and the actress remind us of Sarah Brown's Carly. Like she's just so good at being like a little vengeful and vixen and spiteful, but also so vulnerable that where you just like care. Like I want her to get at least a nomination for supporting actress. Mm. But beyond the gates, their sweet story. I want them in the running for best writing for soaps. I want Leslie and Eva scenes and somebody's real. Like I just I think they did really well just for their sweeps. And I hope that they submit. I don't know what the rules are or how that works, but I hope they get like a fair consideration because they've done some good work. I haven't been watching Bold and the Beautiful, but Bold and the Beautiful can't do but so much. I haven't been watching Young and the Restless. They can do some stuff, but it is just too slow for me. I haven't been watching it. General Hospital, it varies from one day to the next, but I've really been enjoying Beyond the Gates consistently. Matt Bell said for the surrogate storyline, I wanted Christina to have delivered, have a custody battle, TJ and Molly win, and Christina go crazy and kidnap the baby. Ooh, I would watch that. I would have watched that. Yeah, that would have been better than what we got. Much better than what we got. Ed said Jonathan Jackson definitely being wasted because he had great material in 2009, 2010. Yeah, that boy, we seen Jonathan Jackson since he was a child doing better work than he's doing now. It's disgusting that they brought him back for this. And I was like, either they gave him too little money or they gave him too much money. Like it's just but we're the ones really suffering, the fans, because I know we were excited to have Jonathan Jackson. We bring in Lucky back and we get Jonathan Jackson, and this is what they do to him with him. Matt Bell said still Magic switched out Finn and Sam for Lucky and Lulu. Wait, I mean, I think that's true. Finn and Sam for Lucky. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I see that. See what you're saying. I know many weren't a fan of Finn, but I prefer him and Little Violet over Lucky Line for Christine. You know what I do too. Um, I didn't like Finn and Elizabeth. I thought they were boring. I didn't like Finn with Anna. I thought she took advantage of him. I like Finn with Hayden, and I love Little Violet for the most part. And Sam, like Sam is one of the best to ever do it. I miss her every day. Like the actress and the character so much. I can't. The story that we got from Sam's death did not warrant her death. Like she was just like a great actress, a great character, and she's gone, and it makes no sense. And they killed her in a way where she shouldn't be able to come back. And knowing the real life stuff, I don't think Callie Monaco would come back. It's sad. Oh no, can you not hear me no more? It's kind of low. Oh no, I did because it was falling on my ear, but these earbuds are so weird. All right, I don't know. I don't know. I'll touch them again. Is that better? I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm sorry if you can't. Probably gonna go like 10 more minutes, guys. Let's see. Let me scroll back up. Where was I? Okay. All right. I think you guys can hear me. Try to scroll down and see. I'm sorry. I need some like headphones instead of earbuds. Um, I would say why she see this late, right? I did. I scrolled down to try to catch it. Alyssa said, I've been okay. I barely watch GH, but I watch clips sometimes. I figured. I don't blame you. Life is short. Why waste it watching GH? It's not a good story. And the characters, from what I remember, the characters that like you care about, definitely being awful too. Alyssa said, I only watch Young and the Restless, Gold, Beyond the Gates, and Days regularly. Also, just everything besides. Okay, I'm not mad at you. I do see from clips that like Young and the Restless has a lot more going on than it used to have going on. I just don't have the time to like pick it up. Now, if y'all tell me that Sally and Adam got back together, oh, I will make time. And I never really got into Days. It's so much history to it that I don't know, and I didn't have time to like learn the history. And I felt like I was at a disadvantage watching it, not knowing all the way the families were intertwined. But I do like that the way they're on Peacock that you can watch it anytime. I wish Beyond Gates would be like that on Paramount. Blacklebus says, "What do you think of Guiding Light and them using a realistic on location production style? Did you like it or hate it? I didn't really watch God in Light. When I think of God in Light, I don't remember who it was. This has been a while back in Albert's chat. We were talking about like when everybody was hating on Nina. I was also hating on Nina. And it might have been Dolly because I know Dolly is like the soap historian. Um, might have actually been Dolly to recommend those scenes, but talked about Annie, Nina, the actress that plays Nina. Cynthia played Annie on Guiding Light and recommended some courtroom scenes. And so I went and watched just like 2 hours of scenes. Um, but it was good. It was slow, but I don't mind a slow story. It's a good story. And watching, well, I'm not gonna say because if you guys haven't watched it, you should watch Annie. Look on YouTube for Annie. I think the scenes are called "She's Coming Undone." It's courtroom scenes, and it's a a lot of clips. It's long, it's like a couple of hours, but it's good to watch where she starts on the stand and where she ends on the stand. I don't want to spoil it for you. That's really good. But that's all I really can really remember about that lack of busing. Sorry, I didn't really watch the show. I tended to have been more of an ABC soap person in my family. You want to talk about any of the ABC soaps? I could talk about Port Charles or The City or Loving. Um, because back then it was like I don't know if we watched it in at my house because that's what my family watched growing up, or if those were the soaps we watched because that ABC Channel 13 was the channel we got. We could sometimes we could get CBS, NBC if the antenna was right, if the aluminum foil was right, if the weather was right, but we could consistently get ABC because we were very close to a local tower of ABC, if that makes sense. The young people don't know when. Well, I don't know if any young people here, but they wouldn't know what the hell I'm talking about. Regular TV. Dolly said Beyond the Gates is going to have a lot of nominations for next year. I see Kat and Eva in the new Rising Star category, Leslie in supporting, and Nicole or Danny in lead. Yeah, I can see it. What if you had to pick between Nicole or Danny? I don't know if we've seen Nicole's best scenes yet, so I'll take that back. But yeah, I agree with those. Solid. Now I'm like, but what if I had to pick between Danny and Nicole? I don't know. I feel like we're about to see even more from Nicole. And if Haley get pregnant, more from Danny. But I don't want Danny to be worried about Bill no more. Oh, Lynette is here. Hey, Lynette, it's good to see you. It's been so long. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I'm not gonna be streaming too much longer. I've been on for almost an hour and a half. That's my goal to go for an hour and a half. So I got 8 minutes. Um, but I'm tentatively thinking about streaming tomorrow if I can, depending on like my work schedule. If I think I can stay up this late, then I would definitely go. Cause I miss you guys so much. I'm behind on like all my soap operas and talking about them, but a couple of other shows too. And then I like got to miss hanging out with you guys. How are you, Nanette? I hope you are well. I know you always have a lot to juggle. Catwoman says hi to Nanette. And Nanette says hi to Cat Lady. Alyssa says Sally is with Billy. Wait, wait. Well, I guess it's better than being with Nick, but is Billy just with Sally because of Adam? Because he hates Adam? Because he blames Adam for killing his baby, even though Nikki was driving that car. Nikki ran over Delia, and Victor covered that shit up. And Billy Bush should blame himself because Delia, he shouldn't have left that kid in the car with a dog while you went to get ice cream. Take her ass with you. All right, sorry to Delia, but that was Billy's fault. Ugh, Sally and Billy. Now I need to feel like I need to watch some clips, or at least watch an episode. Do they have chemistry? Do you like it? Catwoman said, I'm liking the Nate and Damon story. Nate, I'm assuming is Young and the Restless Nate. Damon, I have no idea. I haven't watched it that long. Maybe at work. Maybe I'll listen to Young and the Restless. I don't know if I can sit and watch it, but maybe I can put it on to listen to it. See if I recognize voices. I got some appointments tomorrow. I'll just be sitting in like waiting room. No waiting room. Maybe I'll I'm going to support someone else at an appointment, so maybe I'll watch it. Watching the most recent episode of Young and the Restless then. Dolly said, Nikisha, you watched the good stuff from Guiding Light. They went a little off the wall after that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you. It may have been someone else in the Albert chat, but I feel like it was you, Dolly, that recommended those scenes. Um, and it was riveting to watch. I showed it to my daughter. She won't sit and watch the whole like 2 hours, but I show her the beginning and show her the end just to see, her coming undone. It was just superb acting. Like I know Cynthia Waters was tired when she went home after filming those scenes. I know her ass had to go curl up and go to sleep because I was tired after watching it, but not in a bad way. Math Bell said, "Did 11 come on before AMC? And was it like 30 minutes long? I feel like I watched a tiny bit of that when I was younger." Yep, that's exactly what it came on at 12:30, at least in my market. It was right before All My Children, right after the news come on at 12, and then at 12:30, 11 came on. It was 30 minutes long. It's a bit blurry for me too. I don't know how. I think we're close to the same age. I'm turning 43 this year. Like the first time I saw. Let me make sure this is right. 'Cause this is the person I'm picturing in my. Let me just. I'm gonna Google and make sure I'm right, so I don't say the wrong thing. I remember a super couple, Trucker and Trisha, um, on Loving. But there's one character I want to say this is her because I always think this is her, but never like looked it up to see. I just assume it in my mind, thinking I remember it. Oh, I know that's not who I'm talking about because that's a black person. Let me ask soap opera. Oh, it is. Yeah. Um, Allie and Casey, which is Laura Wright, played a character named Allie and Casey. I don't remember his name, but he had long curly hair. They were a super couple from Loving too. I don't know if you'll be able to see. That's not good. Oh no, where'd it go? That's kind of a grainy picture. That's a younger Laura Wright. There was a better picture too. Mm, go back, go back, go back. That's them. Oh no, not that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Their wedding picture. They might it might ring a bell from Loving. Yeah, it's blurry to me too because I was so young. But Trucker and Trisha and Allie and Casey, that I remember, like I love them, so I remember them a little bit. The net said I can't be online, but since you're only going to be on here for 10 more minutes, I thought I'd stay on. Everything is happening right now, and so much is going on. I gotta get up so early. I'm so sorry. I know it's always a lot, but I'm glad that you're here. I am happy to see you. And like there's a handful of us here. We used to hang out. Late at night as I'm sipping my drinks and just talking about the most random shit we would always talk about. You're one of the people I miss, so thank you for coming in. Oh, whatever you have to do tomorrow goes well, and things get better soon. I know how it is. It's juggle like, and it's never like one thing at a time. It's always like they give you Universal gives you all the shit at once. And it's frustrating. I will say some positive affirmations. Dolly said, I would say Nicole because I like her subtle acting, but I wouldn't be against Danny as the reward. Wait, what? For how the actress got screwed over on Bold and the Beautiful. Yeah. Woo. Mm, I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but I agree with you. Yes, my daughter wasn't watching Bold and the Beautiful back then, but I told her about that time period, and she was like confused, and I was like, yeah, her. Um, Battery's gonna lower my earbud anyway, so but yes, I would support what's her name? It starts with a K. I would be happy with Nicole or Danny winning, but I do think you're right. Probably with what we've seen on the show, Nicole's gonna have more to work with. Because Danny, had a lot of being drunk and sex, which I ain't mad at her. I'm happy for Danny and Andre. Alyssa said, I don't think that's the reason. I think it's to stick it to Adam. Oh, oh wait, I think okay, yeah, but I think he wants to. I think Billy wants to stick it to Adam because of Delia. Unless you mean Sally. If Sally is with Billy to stick it to Adam. Which either way, it's about Adam. I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not raising my voice at you. I'm raising it. But I don't like the. I don't like Billy and Sally together. The thought of it in my mind. Maybe if I was to see it, it'd be great. But when you told me, I was like, oh, I don't want that to happen. I liked Allie and Saddam. Oh, Allie and Saddam. Sally and Adam. I liked them together. I hated what the writers did to them. Oh, I touched the earbud again. Um, Math Bell said, did y'all discuss the lady who Naomi and Jacob are helping in her photo? The theory is she is either Haley's birth mom or the birth mother of Martin and Smitty's kids. Oh my God, that's exactly what we said. That's crazy. I thought I was a genius. Matt Bell, we talked about that briefly. And yeah, those were the two ideas I had too. Damn, I thought it was just me out here. Yeah, so now I gotta think of something else. But I do think that those two make the most sense. I will, yeah, actually, I because I don't think, yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I said. So I'm glad we're all on the same page. Could be both, but I don't think it'll be both. But I do think that one of those makes the most sense. And I'd be okay with either. Maybe more leaning towards the Haley part because we need to just do Haley needs to do something else. We need something else with Haley besides Bill. Then that said, my grandma went to the hospital and she broke her hip. Oh no. And her foot and her hip. And she is back home now after a month of being in rehab. And the only reason they let her come home is because I'm here. And she came home Friday. And tomorrow she has to see the nurse here at the house. Ugh. Mm. I'll say I'm glad that your grandma's home, but I also know how stressful it is to be a caretaker. So I hope that you're able to still carve out some time for yourself. Um, maybe I say when the nurse is there, but I know you probably also want to be there to supervise the nurse because you can't really trust people nowadays. That's a lot. I'm I'm glad that she's healing, but I know that that's going to be a lot for you in many different ways, like physically and like mentally and emotionally, very draining. Alyssa said Damien is a new character and he's Nate's brother. Oh, they brought on another black man. Oh, y'all in wrestlers? Is Devon still around? That's shocking. That is really shocking to me. Um, oh wait, did I skip? No. Okay, I went back. All right. Amber says, "Hey, Amber, I'm glad that you're here. I'm about to wrap up in a couple of minutes, though, so I'm so sorry, but I'm happy to see you. I was just talking about the small group of us that hung out, and I'm glad you made it as well. Like everybody stopping by, it makes me happy. I'm gonna try tentatively. I want to stream tomorrow night if I can. Um, yeah, Monday night. I think I should be able to, like about the same time. Calvin says, hi, Amber. Dolly said it was probably me. I watch the Annie stuff like once a year. Those scenes are why Maurice Bernard wanted to work with Cynthia. It's the reason we got Sonny and Nina. Ugh, call that a double-edged sword. Like, great scenes, but ugh. I was obviously not a fan of Sonny and Nina. And Sonny and Nina is the reason I never want Carly and Sonny again. Ever. Catwoman says, speaking to Nanette, I hope your grandmother gets well soon and fast. Amber says, hey to Catwoman. And Nanette says, thank you, Catwoman. Amber asks, how's everybody doing? Doing good, Amber. Like I said, I'm glad to see you. Getting a little tired now and not exactly sober. I miss hanging out with you guys. I've been so busy. My daughter, you may have seen some posts, but my daughter this is her senior year. So she's about to graduate, and we're getting ready for college stuff, and it's just like every day is something else. Is another email, another form. Plus, with working, it's just so much to juggle. I haven't been making as many videos as I want to. I haven't been able to stream at all. So just juggling a bunch. But graduate, well, I won't say exactly, but graduation is soon. Her graduation from high school is soon. And then after that, I mean, she got shit planned up for the whole summer. She got a trip. She gonna be going to, I shouldn't say everything she's doing, but she is traveling out of state to several different trips for academic stuff. So I'm gonna have some free time. We miss her, but I'll be on YouTube. Yeah, my son will be here and keep me company. But he's older. He's 21. We still hang out. He won't watch his soap operas with me. Which I don't blame him. He watched wrestling, so that's his own soap opera. How are you doing, Amber? And that says she's getting better every day. Awesome. Blacko Bus says, have you watched Maurice Bernard's podcast or Steve Burton and Bradford's podcast? I've seen both occasionally. I've probably seen more of State of Mind than I have Steve Burton and Bradford's. But I like Spinelli. I like Bradford in real life. Steve Burton, he's interesting. Feel like the last interview I watched of them was like Eden McCoy. It's been a while, like after her mom had passed. So it's feel like it's been a while. Same with State of Mind though. Feel like but I'm watching that probably more recently. Chad Duell. I want to watch Drew Garrett's, but I haven't watched it yet. Um, but yeah, it just depends on the guest whether or not I'll tune in. But I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to both. And that is, I think these are praying hands. I always get praying hands and high five mixed up, but for the context, I'm sure this is praying for you. And that says thank you. Catwoman says if she is not Haley's mom, maybe a sister. Yeah, I see that too. Like if you guys look at the actress that plays June in real life, um, she don't look like that. She's pretty. Um, my daughter is actually because she draws portraits, so she like sees people's features differently. And she was looking at her. She was like, I don't think she really looked like that. And then she googled her. She was like, look at this mama. Um, so I could see sister as well. Ages is tricky on a soap opera. Amber's asking Catwoman how she's doing. Catwoman says, doing well. Amber, how did your day go? Jolie says, oh yeah, they have four whole black dudes on Young and the Restless, and it's not even February. My ear, y'all, I got my ear tilted because my earbud about to fall out. I'm scared to touch it. I'm scared I'm on. So I got my volume. Okay, it's better. I hope y'all can still hear me. I'm sorry if you can. I didn't touch the other earbud. Uh, Beyond the Gates effect. Yes, Dolly. More melanin. Amber says, Cat Lady, she's good. Alyssa said, I like Sunny and Nina. Sunny was likable when he was with her. Now I don't like Sunny. Yeah, I know. I remember you felt that way, and a few people did. I feel like that wasn't Sunny. I feel like it was Mike. Um, and I like Sunny best when I don't like Sunny. Um, I don't know if that makes sense, but 'cause like I don't know how long you've been watching. I feel like you've been watching for a while too. Like when I met Sunny, he was had Karen on the pole giving her drugs. So like he's always been like a bad guy with like some good characteristics. Um, yeah. So I think I don't need to like Sunny to love Sunny. But I really just with him and Nina, that was just like the final straw for me because of because I love Carly more than anybody. Yeah, like Carly and Sam, like my top two. Sorry, excuse me. Black Bus says good night, Nikisha. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night. Black Bus, thank you for coming by. I'm about to say good night too. I'll try to catch up. Um, Karen says good night, Black Bus. Mathbell said Nikisha, love when you stream. It's okay, but it's okay when you don't have to make a video. We know you have a life outside of YouTube. No problem. Sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was kind of I appreciate that, and I'm glad everybody understands. And I do feel that from people, but also like because I watch people on YouTube too, and I hate it. I won't say I hate it, but I can understand how it's annoying when someone starts out doing one kind of thing, and you kind of get in the rhythm with them, and then they switch it up on you, and it's like, dang, you was part of my day, and now you're gone. I'm glad people understand and are so supportive. I appreciate you for saying that. I want to remind myself of that. I'm still gonna keep sorry and saying sorry. I say sorry so much, and that's the trait I pass on to my daughter. And she says sorry for everything. And I'm like, girl, you don't have to apologize. She's like, I wonder where I get it from. I'm like, yeah, sorry. Nanette says, I'm very overwhelmed. I having to deal with my family, and they're not people I like having to deal with and take care of my grandma at the same time. And they came in and destroyed what we had in our home, and they were not helping her, but they sure as hell like to bark orders at me about what I should be doing. And they come in here and started throwing away all her stuff and all my stuff. Oh, mm, we need to plant some crap on them and get them arrested. I hate it when people, because I'm a bit of a hoarder. Um, I have stuff. Okay, but my stuff means something to me. So the thought of someone like coming in my home and get rid of my stuff, even even like giving them like the best case scenario, if they thought they were helping, like you don't mess with somebody's stuff without asking them. And as far as telling you what to do, they don't have a right to tell you what to do if they're not doing it. Like it's like you're the person stepping up and taking care of her, so let you do it how you do it. I'm so sorry. Um, Amber says good, and that says good night to Lack of Bus. Jody said it was so good seeing you, Nikisha. Good night, Nikisha. Good night, everyone. Good night, Joey. Thank you for coming in. Alyssa said, I've been watching GH on and off for 20 years since I was 12. Yeah, you're old head like me. Um, Nanette says, good night, Jolie. Alyssa said, I like Sam, and I used to like Carly, but not anymore. I miss TB. Tamar Brown is Carly. Yeah, Sarah was my favorite. And I don't know if I can pick between Tamara or Tamara, whatever her name is, and Laura Wright. They both played her so differently in such just good storylines. I even like the third Carly, the crazy Carly that everyone hated. She was funny. She was hitting Reese with frying pans and shit. um, I'm glad she was brief, but yeah, the writing for Carly, I love Carly because of the history, but they don't write much to like about her now. I understand. Melissa says good night to Jolie. Nanette says we are hoarders too, Nikisha. Yeah, I had a feeling when you said throw your stuff away. I had a feeling, and I know I label myself a hoarder, and I know it's fine to like acknowledge that, but also I don't know when society like changed from being like it's bad to hold on to stuff and like fix stuff and recycle stuff and reuse stuff versus throwing away stuff and then getting more new stuff. Like I know like electronics, like a big box TV ain't gonna serve you no purpose now. You can't hook nothing up to it. But like other things, like why not pass them on? Like I got dishes on top of dishes. I got dishes up in my what's it? It's not an attic, but like it's a space up in the top. And then I have a crawl space down there. I have like dishes stored up because like my kids gonna move out one day and need like starter stuff. And I'm like, let me go down here and I got a box of dishes for you. I don't. Why would I get rid of them so then they have to buy new stuff? Like we trying to save money over here. Like I like the idea of passing things forward. I like the hope that once I'm not here, like my kids will be able to have. I know they probably won't keep everything. They might donate stuff or whatever, but also there's gonna be stuff that has like sentimental value. I have stuff that I have sentimental value from my grandparents. Um, So call me an order. I don't care. You better not fuck with my shit. I know that much. Calvin says goodnight. Nanette says goodnight. Alyssa said the third Carly was horrible. She was funny. But I know that's what everybody says. I'm not mad at you. Mathville said you should watch Sarah Brown's most recent interview, State of Mind. So deep. I will then. Thank you for telling me. I don't think I knew she was on there, but I love her. So I will watch. Alyssa said I'm a hoarder as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Like every it's so much consumerism, like buy use, and like that's like I was talking about TVs, like phones. Your phone only lasts 2 or 3 years, and then it starts slowing down, camera acting up. So you have to get a new one. Why? If you can reuse something and get more life out of it, do that. Shit ain't getting no cheaper out here. I spend all my money on groceries nowadays. I can't afford to buy new stuff. Shit. And I clothes too. Uh, my daughter loved going in my closet and wearing my old clothes. And I act like it bothers me. Be like, oh, you always taking my stuff. But then I'll be like, she thinks my stuff is cool enough to take. Hey, what's wrong with that? I used to do that to my mama too. Melissa said, I try to hold on to my mom things, but sooner or later, my dad and I will go through her stuff. It has been over a year since she passed. Take your time. Take your time. I see the benefit of like donating and passing things forward because there's always the limit of space, how much physical space you have. But also, a year is like that. It's not that long. I'm sorry for your loss. I don't know what I do without my mama. So I'm in my 40s, so I know we never know how much time we have. But I, I mm, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm glad you and your dad have each other. And that says they were talking about how we are polluting the world by putting stuff in landfills, but everybody wants to say you're bad if you don't throw your stuff out, which is stupid to me. It's because they just want you to buy more shit. Fuck them. You found your people. We're here. The hoarders are here. And I know people, y'all might hear hoarders and think of like extreme stuff you see on TV where it's like a giant mess. I don't think that's what any of us mean. We just have like a lot of stuff. I just have a lot of stuff. My closet is full of stuff. I have totes full of stuff. Um, I appreciate my stuff. And you know what? I'm the friend that people go to and be like, "Hey, do you have a this? Do you have a that? Oh, your microwave broke. I got you a microwave. I got my old microwave. You could have it." Um, like it comes in handy. So there's nothing wrong with that. When that says my grandma is 85 almost, and I'm on disability, and I don't need to say much more about it. If we have something in our house, how much harder it is for us to get hold of that stuff ever again. Exactly, exactly. And you might need it. And that's why, like, I think I have two microwaves. I might have another one, but I think I definitely have. I mean, I have my one in my kitchen over there, and then I think I have one in the crawl space, but it might be two because if my microwave mess up, the big one, the nice one I have right now that I use every day, and I can't fix it, then I'm gonna use the other one. Or one of the kids, my daughter, well, in her dorm room, they have to have a special microwave refrigerator. But my son ready to move out in a year or two. He's gonna take that damn microwave. He gonna love it. My grandma had it a my grandma had a bunch of. Nanette says my grandma had a bunch of stuff. Now to the naked, now to the naked eye, maybe it looked like they were broken and everything, but some of the stuff belonged to her mother, and they threw it away and didn't even bother. Oh, so that stuff has been in your family for generations. And so what if it was broken? Like you said, sentimental value. That's so sad. I'm so sorry. You can't get that back. That hurts. And even bet she 85. I bet she know. She know when her stuff missing. I'm so sorry. And you have to be there to deal with the fallout. Poor thing. Asking if it was something she was holding for sentimental value. Sentimental value is value. I feel like that's the best value. Stuff that warms our heart and makes us feel whole and loved and nostalgic. You can't pay for that. You can't buy that. Melissa says, thanks, Nikisha. That's why Mother's Day was so hard for me this year. I'm glad it's over. I, I say I can imagine, but I can't. Like I can only sympathize with you. I'm so sorry. I And it's horrible, horrible to think about. But you made it through, and that's what matters. And you got the memories. And that said, I know how you feel, Alyssa. This year, Mother's Day was hard on me as well. Melissa said I had to work at the floral department for 5 straight days last week, and I had to work last Monday too. Oh gosh, you had to work with flowers in this time of year. I know that was hard. And so many people do you do floral arrangements for Mother's Day, but then also for bereavement and like grieving. I'm so sorry. You know, it's so hard going through stuff. And not that like YouTube makes up for that, but like I when I started doing this channel, then from time to time, I tell you guys like the timing of why I started this channel and like how much I needed something. Not ready to talk, still not ready to talk about it because once I let it out, who knows? I won't be able to put it back in. But you guys really do mean something to me, and I'm glad to have people to talk about stuff like this too. No disrespect to anybody in my real life, but I don't know. Sometimes it's easier to talk to people you know but don't know. You know, you don't have all the like preconceived notions and expectations, and you can just come as you are. And that said, we have two refrigerators and two freezers. We don't have two microwaves, but the things we have are the refrigerators was gifted to us. The other one I got because my dad left me inherited when he died. One of the refrigerators we have is gifted to us, and the other I bought when my grandmother passed away with the money I got from her. There's nothing wrong. Like, if you can have preserved more food, that's a good thing. And then if one mess up, you can if you don't have them both plugged up, then if one mess up, you can plug the other one up. I don't see no harm in it. And the freezers, ooh, I don't have only freezer I have is on my refrigerator. And every time I see a deep freezer, because I grew up in the country, we had a deep freezer. I wish I had a deep freezer so I could freeze some more shit. Melissa said I had to take time off last year around Mother's Day because it was my first Mother's Day without my mom. I just couldn't work around time. I'm sure. Okay, and like every floral arrangement you have to make, every card you have to put together, knowing you are grieving, it's still grieving. You know, grief never ends. Say time heals all wounds, but that's a lie. I used to say that before I had my own loss, and then I understand now it's been, for me, my biggest loss has been my son, my firstborn. And that's when I learned time don't heal all wounds. You just learn to live with the hurt. You just learn to accept that you have a part of you missing. It don't get easier. You just get used to it. All right, guys. I hit my earbud again because it was about to fall out. But I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta go to the bathroom and take my ass to sleep because I gotta go be emotionally support for somebody tomorrow. Excuse me. If you guys aren't busy, I hope we get to do this again tomorrow night. Oh, I got emotional. I'm ready to start sniffling and shit. Um, but this was fun. I know we kind of switched the tone up at the end, but I don't see a problem with that. I'm glad you guys feel comfortable enough to talk about real shit with me. Because when we talk about the crazy shit with the soap operas, then we can talk about the real stuff we're going through. And so often, the reason we love the soap operas or the shows that we watch is so we can lose ourselves in the fiction because of, distraction from the real life shit. So, I appreciate you guys and all your support, and I'm glad we can hang out. I don't want to stop. If I did not have to go to the bathroom, we would keep talking. You see how my voice done drop? I'm in my man deep voice now at nighttime. Mm, it was so much fun. But I'm gonna call it a night. Good night, Alyssa. Um, I don't know who's still left in here. Good night, Nanette. Um, I feel like that was it. Just talking now. But thank you to everybody who was here. I'm gonna just hit the X. Oh yeah. Live long and prosper. Almost forgot. Been that long. All right. Love you guys.